camera feel like this, and I'm being blocked. Chris, I'm being blocked.
Can't see myself.
There you go. All right, people, you know what it is? It is not showtime. El Bordo is not in the building. El Bordo is not in the building, homie. Doesn't mean he's not going to be in the building. Nah, homie just hit me up right now and showed me his GPS. He's still a good hour away. So we got two options. We can talk with this guy over here for about an hour, and then we'll make another. Hey! So yeah, so we might have to do just a double podcast here.
You think he's like doing a Holly real quick or what?
He might be, bro. He might be, bro. He might be bringing like 20 pollos, nothing major, homeboy.
Come through with 5 bands real quick. I'm not mad at that.
You know this, fool. You know this. I'm gonna stop in and thank whatever Goonie gifted. Okay, all right, Jess. What's going on, Jess? What's up with the chat? What's up with the haters? You know what it is.
Right.
Yeah. So, el Bordo. I wasn't el Gordo. It was el Bordo, fool.
Man, for my hearing ain't that good, G.
Yeah. But when you hear Bordo, you kind of think that anyways. I mean, but yeah, he will be in about an hour, I would think. Chris is getting a double, so he's okay with it.
Oh no, man! I kind of feel like I can't even.
You saw how he changed that energy real quick, right? You saw that, right? Did you see that,
bro?
Did you see that? He's like,
for real, bro.
He looked like when you tell your kid, you know what, we're gonna do some yard work, and I was like,
all he was missing was the.
Yes. That's exactly.
That's it.
Now you say, come on, let's go outside. Oh, my dad's gonna play with me. Then he said, got the rake. He's like,
fucking hate my dad.
And then after I said, don't worry, Chris, we get a double. He's like, oh, the rake.
All right,
cool.
no, why didn't you just say so?
I'm gonna go buy your next Xbox game after. Oh, come on, Dad, let's get going at this.
He pulled the rake from behind him. Already had it.
He said, Bordo not here. Let's go watch. Yeah, go watch Jay Nalgas, homie. Who's Jay Nalgas, homie? I don't know what Jay Nalgas is.
The fact that I have no clue.
Yeah, everybody's late today, but I know he lives far away. I'm not gonna say where, but he might live like towards the border, homie. He lives like maybe like 3 hours away and some change.
That's kind of crazy.
And I didn't know this. If I would have known that, I would have definitely worked out a Saturday.
I'd probably been easier that way, dude. Just getting here from Woodland Hills, traffic was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the time of day, bro. Yeah. It's rush hour.
It's Thursday night.
It's LA, Holmes. It's
Valley. I hate that.
And Thursday nights, you gotta think that's when people actually go to the club, and a lot of people go out on Thursday nights.
That's like college night and shit like that. Yeah,
for sure.
Not the Valley. Ain't no club in the Valley. Go home.
No, there's a lot of stuff in Ventura Boulevard, homeboy.
About Ventura only.
Yeah, but they gotta get there.
Yeah, don't stay in your city.
But they gotta get there, or people driving because you're coming this way. You're coming south, right?
Yeah, I'm shooting south.
Yeah, you're shooting south. So remember, people are going to downtown LA.
No,
people
I don't like that.
Hollywood.
Don't. Stay in the Valley.
The Hollywood Bowl, everything, right? He said, Bordo didn't check in with Prime. Apúrale, Bordo. No, ese güey está tarde. We're going to probably have to start another live because then we're going to be here. Well, we could. I mean, what else are we going to do? I mean.
Tequila testing. We're going to start that in 5 minutes, bro.
Oh, gee.
This podcast about to get questions we're going to ask this man, bro. Oh, what's up? What's up, Mike T?
Let's give an interview to this guy, man.
Cool. Oh, shit.
Hey, man, how's it going, man? It's going great. American Cholo. I got my motorcycle. He's doing wheelies around the White House, bro.
That fucking ear healed up nice, sir.
It was just a little small graze. That kind of gun does not bother me. I am protected by the Lord.
Yeah, I'm the best president. Even God loves me.
Everybody.
Hey, but low key though, like, let's just be honest. Remember we used to call him bulletproof. The Teflon Don, bro.
Teflon Don.
Come on, G.
The Teflon Don.
Hey, he lived up to the name. It aged well.
Yeah, put on see if you could change the title and say Bordo will not be on till about, I think, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 7:45. Just put 8 o'clock, just to be on the safe side. That way people know. You know, that way they're not, where's Bordo? We say, oh, he grew a beard, homie.
Yeah, well, that's nice, too.
Hey, so did
got some neck tats now?
You know what? We could even we'll take some. We're making a free for all you guys right now, bro. We'll take some phone calls, right. And then we got the philosopher in the building, bro.
Yeah, ask me about the kidnapping borders, because don't worry about it. Well, the real G no mind. Trust everything I have to say. Stay in the Valley.
These people are calling me at 11:44 in the morning, bro. This ain't my real number, player.
Hey, be happy, bro. My phone ain't ringing right now, G. I put that on airplane mode. Do not call me.
That might be the 605 is closed. That might be it, bro. I think there's a lot of stuff going on over there.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we got caught straight naked over here. The cerveza, everything. Look at Chris.
Right there. Dude, yeah, we're gonna get the party started.
That's fake news, bro. That's fake news.
Apple juice.
Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it, Chris.
Never happened.
Hey, somebody actually clip it. I think they're gonna blackmail me, bro.
Hey, zoom in on it, bro.
Hey, did you? Fucking Tropito's banging, homie.
Sick ass fool.
Sick ass fool. This one, it's a trip. He said first day in office, he's gonna sign an executive order saying that if you're illegal and you have a baby in America, it will not be a citizen.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
damn,
fool.
Bro. He's coming in hot like that?
Yeah, fool.
That's kind of fucked up, though.
It is, and it isn't. I know people that have literally come here, had babies, get some fucking check from the government, take off, and have the government fucking send them checks over there, bro.
Yeah, but do you think that's the majority?
No, but I think too many have, like anything else, have burned a spot.
Yeah.
You have hotels that Chinese people come over here. They pay about 30, 40 racks.
Yeah,
you got hotels. They fill them up, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Have babies, and then all of a sudden, if you have a green card, I think your baby's still a citizen. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's more than fair. But if, in other words,
stop fucking if you're illegal coming over here.
Yeah, stop coming over here having all kind of kids and fucking, and all of a sudden I'm gonna get on this program, that program, because at the end of the day, you know. But it's a tough one, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, to your point, though, it's the same shit as like government aid and people taking advantage of all that, right?
Yes.
Like, unfortunately, when it gets too much of a problem, you do kind of clean up the house a little bit, but
yeah, KG said AC sold out to Adam 22 for comparator. Now
that's crazy.
Hey, you do one podcast with one person you sold out. I'm over there fucking working for him. Like,
aren't you still on American Cholas? This to show your spot. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy. Who'd you sell out to, yourself?
I think that fool's Tia still mad at me, fool. So he's over here.
Get mad at your Tia, G.
Yeah, get mad at your Tia, fool. That was a long time ago. That's when I was young and I wasn't married yet. I was single, bro.
You weren't even. You didn't bring it up.
Yeah, tell your Tia. I said I'm sorry. I went to the wrong hole. I went to the wrong hoyo. He's fucking guy.
Fool, she was a different woman back then. Relax, bro. This was a different time, G.
Yeah, where do you think she got the skills to make those tamales, homie?
Why do you think your Tia was happy? Fool, relax.
My liberal was saying he's going to remove citizenship from naturalized citizens. Just imagine that. No, that was a post that they did from some guy that supports Trump, right? It's real big. He did that post about taking away naturalized. And what that is, I want to say it's a law from, man, like over 100 years almost old. It was a law that was like during, I don't know, it was right after the Civil War or something. Yeah. Something that if you're coming in here, you're a naturalized citizen. I could be wrong on the time. That if you're a terrorist, somebody who, like, if you're a child molester, if you're like a straight rapist and all, you can say, you know what, fool, we're pulling your card, fool, like this. Yeah. Like, there is certain stuff that is bad enough that we can say.
Not you.
Yeah, not me, bro. We're like a straight a hijacker who kills, so many people.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
but you come to my house and you're like, hey, this guy rapes kids. You don't come to my house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, you know what I mean?
Pretty much.
No, I'm straight, dog. This guy's a crackhead. Oh, okay. But I don't know, man. You know what I wouldn't have been mad at? You could send me back. If Kamala was president, you could have sent me back.
He wouldn't go nowhere.
I would have.
Yeah, tell him, Chris.
Nah, I'm not saying I will go. I can't afford to go. You gonna send me back?
He wouldn't be going nowhere.
If you pay for the trip. I can't afford the trip. I can't afford to relocate. All right.
That's one. The other one, which is a good one, is he's gonna give tax breaks to people who take care of their elderly parents or loved ones.
Like, oh shit! I'm gonna holler at some tias, some grandmas right now.
Because that's a lot of work, bro. That's a lot of work. My wife does it a lot. Our in-laws are in the back house and all that, and they're getting older. And dude,
it's a job.
It's a job.
Yeah, you're a caregiver. It's a literal job.
That's what it is. It's a caregiver, bro. Taking them to appointments, taking them to the market. Like literally have to go out and do a lot of stuff, which many people, unfortunately, like in our culture, we do that, bro.
Yeah, they stay in the cold room.
Yeah.
That's the cold room.
They're staying in other cultures, maybe they send them off to live in a old folks home.
Oh yeah, a lot, and then I hate those spaces too. That's one thing I do love about our people, though, man. Like, we take care of our own, especially on that end. There may be some dramas and shit, but like at the end of the day, grandma's good, grandpa's good. But and that's a full-time job. Like I mean, if you send your relatives to a home, basically the people caregiving at the house are doing the same exact things.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
But at least they have the love and the attention and 24-hour access to somebody that does care about them.
Absolutely, brother. Kimo Savi, que hubo philosopher, salud, que hubo Chris, de la shine como el pino, carnalito. What's up, Kimo Savi?
G?
Our guest is running pretty late. He's stuck on the freeway, but instead of leaving you guys hanging, we're gonna come in here and
Hanging and banging.
yeah, we're gonna come in here and just have a chill time before he comes. I got a lot of questions. We have a very interesting guest actually.
Yeah, this is the BTS right now, bro. Behind the scenes.
No, there you go. There you go,
fool,
homie.
Damn, G.
Gil, damn, fool, they don't like you, fool. Gil picks boring hosts except for Boo Boo. Damn,
That's fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up, fool.
You want to get on the show? You feel you got the same energy?
Hey, you know what rabbit hole I've been going down though? That the rabbit hole of
Diddy? You been sliding down that rabbit hole?
that was a Friday night. I was very drunk. I don't want to go back down that hole, bro. I don't want to go down that hole. You know, there's things I regret in life.
Yeah, you be slipping and sliding down that hole. Be baby oil out.
Hey, I've been going on that rabbit hole of the aliens that came over here.
Anunnaki?
Yes, bro.
Crazy shit, huh?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, dog, yeah.
I went down a few like
Ancient Sumer, homie.
major guys who investigated, but they're giving you the picture. You know, they're bringing the whole thing to life, and I'm like, what the hell?
It's a trip, bro. You know, it's a trippy one, bro. Like one of the movies that like really encapsulated for just a split moment. I think it was great, dog. What is the prequel to Aliens? Prometheus. So go watch Prometheus.
I did.
Trippy shit. Remember in the beginning when the professor's talking?
Yes.
So the very first like 20-30 minutes of the movie, it's in a university, and there's a professor basically having like it's like a etymology, not etymology. It's like what is the study of people, man? I used to take that shit out. Anyways,
Sociology?
huh?
Sociology?
Not sociology.
Is the one that no,
Not
the one that you investigate how people live. I think it's
basically, yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain one.
Yeah. Like
Anthropology?
anthropology. So it was an anthropology class that they were taking, and that's so stupid because I took anthropology and should have known that. It's like one of my favorites. But anyways, don't listen to pendejos like me that are about to tell you something. So the first 20-30 minutes of the movie, they're in anthropology class in some type of university, and they're showing how in all these different cultures that if you look at the stone, the hieroglyphs that they had, or any of the pictography things that they put up there, that the solar system had 10 planets. But they were spaced out perfectly. They were exactly the way that we depict them. They were all real pictures, though. You can look it up from Sumer to Egypt, like Babylon, everywhere, all over. These guys had a perfect depiction of the planets. They had 10 planets, though. And then they had even the scales of the planets locked in, right? On the walls, bro. So if you watch that movie, that's real. All that shit, the 10th planet.
Oh, when they're showing you that.
Yeah. So it was like a slight moment they were putting you on game, but not telling you. And all real pictures. The 10th planet is Planet X or Nibiru, and that's supposed to be where they kind of kick it at. You know, so all of our planets and our orbit work on it's like a perfect little circular orbit, but the 10th planet is actually supposed to be on a ovular orbit, right? So when it actually gets the closest to the Earth is on the two peaks, but because it's not a perfect circle, that middle area takes so long for it to actually reach that peak to where we can see it again. So the story goes, it takes thousands of years for us to actually see the 10th planet and it to be close enough.
Hotline.
Yo, it's Artie, big dog.
What's up, Artie, homeboy? How you been, carnal?
What's up, baby? Right here from where I'm from Santana, you know what I mean?
Nothing major. What's up, fool?
Nothing big, but a big dub. You know, we got a big dub.
What's going on, Playboy? How you been?
We got, you know how it is, homie, big Trump over here, you know what I mean?
Man,
That's right.
Trumpito killing it, homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now they're blaming the Latinos for voting.
Hey,
What's up with that, man?
you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, man. We're monogynous is the word?
Yeah, homogenous.
Yes,
So-
what's
the word, Chris?
Now we're
They're like
everything they call
machismo.
Trump.
Yes. Misogynist.
Misogynist.
We're
Misogynist?
misogynist and racist all of a sudden.
Damn.
And I'm like, what
Yeah,
the heck?
that's crazy.
And then I hear they're also talking crap about the 50% of uneducated white women. So what do you think all the fucking so what do you call it? You call Latinas uneducated if they voted for Kamala? Imagine uneducated black women if you voted for Kamala.
Bro.
What makes you uneducated? Because you didn't go to college? Come on.
Hey, when I saw that video this morning, I was like, that just proved my point to all my family members that were supporting Kamala. Now, not even her, just the party alone, the Democratic Party. It just proved my point how fucking crazy.
Look how quick they turned on us, fool. Look, it took us years to turn on them because we're trying to give them
Decades.
a message. And instead of saying, you know what, we need to figure out what's going on with the Latinos, what we need to get them back. But instead of that, what are they saying? We're racist and we just hate women, bro. Come on.
When I heard that shit, I was like, man, and it's just we seen this movie before. When if it was another race, they'll be out there marching, protesting. I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah. They can blame us, bro, but at the end, it's going to be a credit for us actually helping the country out.
No, it just validates it.
Exactly. And you know what's sad is that it was CNN, right? And they're talking. There was that white dude with that black bishop dude, whatever the fuck his name is. Sorry for cussing. And he was over there agreeing with everything. And I'm like, damn, man, you're over here trying to say one thing, the Latinos and this and that. Now that we didn't vote for the people that you wanted to vote for, now we're racist?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. But that'll tell you how two-faced they are,
Exactly.
bro.
It just shows you everything, and it validates the entire point. And, bro, remember like a few months back, they were backing up all the vendors, and like, what happened?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It just shows. They're showing their cards, so let them. It's beautiful. They're saying all that.
You know what it was? Is that they thought we were gonna fall for all that celebrity stuff.
Yep.
And all that celebrity bullshit, right? They thought we were puppets. They thought we fell in line with all the bullshit. But little did they know that when they said overtime, they weren't gonna tax overtime. Hey, the Mexican people ain't stupid, homie. All we do is work overtime.
Yeah, they thought we were gonna fall for the okie doke, bro. That's exactly what they thought.
Sorry.
And this time, you know what it was too? It is probably what you're seeing the end of the mainstream media. As far as them lying to us, because that's what it was. It's always been a lot of mainstream media. Thank you, Chris. It's always been a lot of mainstream media, and we always follow it, bro. We always just seem to go by it. But this time, we have many platforms who are not just going for it anymore. We're sitting here actually questioning it. And to me, you know what's ironic? The same on IG. I don't know how many times I've got. Well, I hope they report. I hope they deport you. I say, wait a minute, that's pretty racist coming from a liberal person.
Yeah.
You're talking all that stuff. All of a sudden, you didn't like the way what I did and how I voted. Now you're acting like some KKK redneck from Alabama saying, well, I don't like you. I hope they deport you.
Boy,
how's that work, bro? Come on.
Yeah, no.
Hey, my friend I grew up with since elementary. Last night at 10 o'clock, he went to message. He goes, F Donald Trump. How you vote for him when you're Hispanic? And he said all this racist stuff, etc. He goes, that shit don't make sense. I go, no, you know what don't make sense? Is that they're trying to use our race to go against each other and try to pin us to vote for who we want to vote for. When we're Americans, we have the right to vote for. And then, I have a big old prayer, whatever. That fool befriended me. It's some weird shit. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
Listen,
That's TDS, bro. Trump derangement.
I am not gonna unfollow somebody because they voted for. I don't care, bro. To me, I'll laugh.
On our side, I want to say whatever Republican Trump side, but we don't get
we're conservative, fool. We're conservative. We're conservative, bro.
Right there.
That's what we are. We're conservative.
I tell my family members that voted for Kamala, I'm not mad at you. That's your right to vote.
Yes.
That's why we have vote. That's what our right is. I'm happy you voted.
It's simple.
You took your right and you do what you had to do.
It's simple as this, Artie. If in the next 4 years, let's say stuff's going okay, not great, but okay, and then they have two candidates, a Republican and a Democrat, if I like what that Democrat is saying and doing, and I've seen the track record, they're doing something right, guess what? I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Exactly.
And that's
I
what
vote
we.
for policy.
Yes, that's what we.
benefit my family, homie.
We got to come in as a community, and it's a beautiful thing because we did. We assimilated, bro. Latinos, man, assimilated and started getting the message out.
45%, homeboy.
Yes, that's huge.
45%,
Crazy,
big dog.
dog.
That's
And you know what?
huge.
Testament to our buying power.
Trump almost turned fucking Cali fucking red.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh my God, G.
dude, think about it. That's but those Democrats, instead of saying, "Hey, what's going on with the Latinos?" Let's have them sit at the table and ask them what do they need from us.
What do we do
no,
wrong?
bro, they pushed us more.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
now, maybe they're just butthurt right now.
More and more every day now, man.
Right now, they're just
Like,
they're a hurt girlfriend who didn't get invited to the prom, bro. It's like,
Exactly.
but hopefully they
And you know
they
what?
come around.
The
Yeah.
Republican Party, they're smart because they realize the Democrat downfall. They said, hold up. These guys fucking dropped the ball. Now let's pick it up and run with they used to run back. Why do you think Kennedy took off and came to our side? Because he said, hey, these guys ain't the same no more,
He
man.
saw it right down the
their
wall, bro.
values, their character.
He's-
I mean,
he's-
even that girl from Hawaii, what's her name? The one that freaking humiliated Kamala when they went for president.
The military one.
Pelosi.
No, Laner. She's the one with the white hair on her thing.
Yeah. Hey, that girl's fucking sharp, homie.
Yeah.
She fucking, I mean, we have the Avengers over here, big dog. We got Musk. We got Joe Rogan.
Hey, bro.
I mean, dog, we got some straight hitters, homie.
Hey, well, you know, now that they have Trump up, I promise you, Elon's gonna be the #1 hated man in America right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
but
for
they're,
sure.
They're already trying to politic on him, bro.
sure.
Yeah,
Tulsi Gabbard.
There you go, Tulsi.
He's gonna
Yes,
have
sir.
to have.
Tulsi
he's gonna have
Gabbard.
to have protection like a mother. Tulsi Gabbard. There you go. That girl's a fucking
The magic.
gangster.
Tulsi Gabbard, bro.
Hey man, you guys have a buenas noches. You guys have a drive safe home. I know,
Tulsi.
he's right there.
I can walk to the house, but I might get shot,
you
so
can
I don't.
walk it back. You're
I ain't walking home. I might get shot over here. I'll
Well, hopefully,
drive.
have a safe drive. You know what I mean? I know it's fucking dark. You don't know how it is, man. People drive crazy.
For sure. All right, brother. Have a good one. Artie. Appreciate you.
All
right,
All
later.
right. Likewise.
man.
So fuck Adam 22. He keeps doing it. Fuck him, homie.
Damn, bro, they keeping that shit alive, G.
Man, fool,
They're tripping.
They act like we talking like, hey, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Adam, listen, let me get this one thing straight to all you fools. Adam 22 is the motherfucking king of LA, homie. He's the king of LA. He'll do rap song, dissing fools, dissing bangers, dissing hood. Don't give a fuck.
Hey, he just
and
went
they ain't
at
pressed
what's
up
his
on him.
name?
So don't talk to me, homie.
Yeah.
You go handle that business. Hotline, what you got?
Hey, Kulash, thank you for taking the call, Cholo.
Absolutely, brother. Where you calling from again?
New York City.
Oh,
what's up.
shit. Is that where they make that hot sauce? What do you make it? New York City.
Damn.
Get the rope.
Oh, shit.
I gotta admit, they make the best pizza in the world here, but I miss my home, LA. LA is my home.
That's
That's
right,
right.
brother. So talk to us, man. What do you got to say in all this crazy political world we're in right now?
Cholo, I got a pregunta.
Échale.
The LA district attorney, is he voted out? I've been hearing he has been.
Absolutely. Nathan Hochman won by a landslide. I think he won by like almost 70%, 60 something percent of the vote went for Nathan Hochman. So we can officially say
Give him the
that
boot.
that we on our podcast have had the district attorney of LA, and he promised to come back. So hopefully once he comes in, I'll talk to his guy. I spoke to them yesterday and congratulated him on yesterday. I congratulated him. So
Nothing major.
And they told me, hey Gil, we see you. We saw the LA Times. I said, yeah, but I'm just trying to get other people to see. He's like, yeah, man, you need to be on CNN and Fox News and let them know why
That's
the Latinos
right.
are leaving. So
Yup.
hopefully the wheels keep on turning, brother, when we get more politicians. But for sure, Nathan Hochman is the next district attorney of Los
That's
Angeles.
what's up. That's right.
Bravo, you had something to do with that, Cholo. Bravo.
For
Bravo.
sure, brother.
I had something I want to say, too.
Yeah, what you got?
Un complemento a mis primos mexicanos.
Échale.
I'm Puerto Rican, and many years ago, my father worked with a Mexicano in New York City washing dishes. Like it was my godfather. He opened up a restaurant, a very successful restaurant in Mexico City. My father opened up restaurants here, from dishwashing here. They were very close. I want to say this. Mexicano, no matter how long they live here, they hold on to their culture.
Yeah.
They hold on to it tight. I admire that. I respect it.
That's right, homie. That's right, homie. For sure.
That's
But
And one thing-
todos somos Latinos, carnal.
Yep.
somos todo. But when I went to LA, I was welcomed by my Mexicano
Of
primos.
course.
Oh, yeah.
More than welcome. I love living there. Every time I would have to travel for business, I come back to LA. I say, I'm home. Thank God I'm home.
That's right.
When I had to leave, I saw the writing on the wall. I saw the writing on the wall back in the late 90s. I said, I got to get out of here.
That's
I
right.
know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
But I want to go home.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, the things change. And thanks to you, Cholo. I saw that thing in the New York Times. I saw that over here. I read it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
heck
right.
yeah,
That's
bro.
right.
Thank you.
That's what's up, bro. That's pretty exciting for us.
I just want to say, and I'm not kissing ass. I got nothing to gain from it. But thank you for what you did. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're making me and other Latinos, if we lived in LA, if we're from LA, we want to go home, and we're going to go home. It looks like we're heading home.
That's right, brother.
That's right, dog. Hell yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. Yes, carnal. Later. Oh, that's Robert
Yeah.
Canas. Yes, we do. That's my landlord. He's looking for the rent.
He's trying to get the rent.
The rent's late, fool. The rent's late.
G.
Nah, hey, fool, I paid my part, fool.
Hey, but you know what? Like, not gonna lie, bro, you would actually be a great ambassador for that.
Hey, bro, and it upsets me. Hold on, let me see. Hotline. Hello.
What's up with it, bro? What's up with it?
What's up, homo? ¿Qué dices, carnal?
Man, great conversation you guys are having today, bro, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Very,
Thank you,
very
man.
interesting. Hey, and the last guy that called, that's one was speaking nothing but facts, bro.
Straight up.
I was over here in the background like a fucking fan and shit. Hell yeah.
That's
Hey,
right,
but you know
brother.
what, though? It's true. Hey, but it's so true what homeboy said, though. Like, sometimes we really wanted to speak our mind to see it, like, like how we really, really feel. But people want to judge you right away.
Yeah.
You know that. You know
Yeah,
what
for
I mean?
sure, bro, for sure.
And even on my platform, bro, like, you know, like, people try to bash me for that shit, and I'll be like, damn, bro, like, it's just the point of view, bro. Like, I'm gonna respect your point of view. I mean,
Yes.
if you want to vote for Kamala, if you want to go over there and support pedophilia and shit, that's your pedo. You know what I mean?
G.
Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure.
I'm not gonna support some shit like that. That's just me, bro. Like, my point of view, you know what I mean? Like, that's what a lot of people, you know, they kind of be about this whole situation. They want to call us a million names, but look, check it out. At the end of the day, they know who has the bigger voice, bro. The Latino community,
Yeah.
65% came in strong, bro.
The sleeping giant's waking up, bro.
Hell
That was a
yeah.
sign. The
Hell
sleeping
yeah.
giant is waking up, and that is us.
That's telling the people, dog, we waking up, bro. We waking up, you know what I mean? They gotta understand, bro, like, we are a big community, my boy. And
Absolutely.
this what happened, this right here, what just transpired, is gonna tell the community, look, we could do something with this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because 65% Latinos voting for that guy, bro, that's something else right there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's something to pay attention to. You know what I mean, my bro?
Hey, brother, absolutely, brother. But we doing it. Homeboy Trompito is in the building, carnal.
Hey man, that's dope, bro. That's dope, man. You keep on doing your thing, Gil. You be bringing this hot ass topics in the building all the time. I appreciate you, dog.
That's
I
right.
appreciate you having a voice, dog, for the people. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
Bringing
brother.
up to your platform and shit, speaking their mind. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Now, dog, I can tell you right now, bro. I voted for the man, dog.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Hell
I wanted
yeah.
to-
You could've
I
said it
needed-
3 days ago,
I needed
too.
some kind of change. You think I want to highlight and crooked ass Joe to be in the background telling them what to do, challenge, bro? It's not gonna happen.
That's right, brother. Hey, I appreciate the call, player.
Yeah.
Hey, you be safe,
Ya
man.
está, carnal, late.
Hey, did you see that crazy ass comment up there earlier though?
Which one? There's many of them.
There was one that said that Satan fucking destroyed all the planets.
Oh, that Satan destroyed all the
They're
planets?
tweaking heavy.
He may have, homie.
Yeah. One of them, somebody asked about philosopher would be my name, G. But there's one up there that said, like, Satan took over and destroyed all the planets. That's fucking crazy. dog.
Hey, so we were saying before homeboy called, when you notice right now on every platform that is a big platform as far as news organization, mainstream media, you don't see any Latinos in there, bro.
Nope.
You don't see right now. They're all talking about why the Latinos, they're misogynists, they're this or that. MSNBC,
black and
CNN,
white.
Fox News, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell.
Yeah.
We need to be on that table, and I'll be like, it's not misogynist, man.
No, you
This
would
is-
actually be really good at
This
that,
is
yeah.
what we're sick and tired
Yeah,
of as
yeah.
Latinos, and I believe that we've been speaking about. I speak my mind, bro. You know, I don't care, bro.
not at all.
There is no backlash in my world. I live in a real world, bro. I live in a real world, have a real job, and don't have to be all politically
You're in a
correct.
comfortable spot in your world.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean?
I'm in a comfortable spot in my world, and when I was saying all the Trump stuff, people like, but like homeboy just called. Right now he's like, should I vote for him? Like,
yeah. But even that moment we said like, now I can say,
yes,
that right
bro.
there sucks because that's so much of the problem. Like, no, you should be able to say at any point.
Yes.
You know, that Trump derangement syndrome's real, bro.
It is, bro. There's people that believe that the world's coming to an end. That
Dog.
yeah, dude.
And like, if you had an issue with like, what is it, immigration? Obama was so much worse.
But they don't want to talk about that, homie.
Like, come on.
Hotline.
What's the deal?
What's up, Kimo? ¿Sabes qué dices, carnal?
Hey, where the cholos for Trump at? We need to march. We need to start marching,
Right here.
carnal.
No, we don't need to march. We already won, fool.
That's right.
We already,
Without a shot
we
fired.
already won that battle, fool. Right now we're coming like
Hey.
Sparta back from the battle,
Hey,
fool.
we're just
like,
doing our
boom.
burpees
Hey,
right now,
not
fool.
everybody moving back to Cali. Going back to Cali.
Hey,
Program time.
Cali went a lot red, bro. Cali went a lot red, bro.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey,
fool.
yeah, I see y'all took Gascon out. I see y'all knocked out Gascon. Let me find out it had something to do with that girl.
Man, you
find
know
out
this,
why.
homeboy. You
Hell
know this, homie.
Hell yeah,
Gascon is out. Prop 36 is in, bro.
Yep.
There's a new sheriff in town, homie. In
That's
other words,
right.
if you're going out there thinking you're gonna just rob people willy-nilly, homie, nah, fool, go get a job, fool.
Yeah,
Go get a
loser.
job,
Real, man.
carnal.
Man, there's so much fucking work, man. That's a damn shame. You
Ponte
can't get a
jalar,
fucking
pinche
especially
huevón.
raza.
Yeah, especially,
Especially
homie.
raza, carnal.
Nah,
But hey, man, that's good. That's good because you know what, Califas might as well just go in another direction, carnal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, fool. Well, no, Gavin's gonna try to run for pres, but he's got nothing to run on, fool.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
But right now, the good thing is that we made a statement. Especially male Latinos made a statement. Most male Latinos are the head of the household, bro, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we're the ones that said, we're tired of this, bro. We are sick and tired of all your woke,
yeah.
super progressive policy. Is there some good progressive? Yes. But you guys went overboard, bro. You got right now. You got right now. I think it was the schools in New York. Oh, they let the kids have a free day in case they were so shocked by the vote. Like,
That's called the weekend.
get out of here,
That's called
bro.
Saturday, Sunday, fool.
It's just the
that's
madness.
crazy.
It's the madness,
That's stupid.
and we're tired of the madness. We want the adults to take
Yes.
back
Facts.
over the company, bro. Because we've had the kids who you can't talk to me. You say, oh, I'm a
that
girl.
ain't
Like,
cool.
no, bro, you're a 300-pound guy, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't. Come on, bro. It's insane, bro.
The thing about it was that if they weren't so stuck on trying to use those fucking those donations, those big people that are sending money, you didn't need all that shit, man. Hey, Reagan did it. Hey, and they appreciated Reagan what he was doing.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all the thing was that the politics didn't need all that weirdo shit, all these freaking entertainers. And you even got Jimmy Kimmel, bro, crying on the fucking
Pinche
show.
nomás. Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, how
you saw that shit?
How soon you forget? You know who that fool is, right? Remember the man? What was the name of the show?
Some shit.
The Man Show. It was the Man
Yeah.
Show where you had women jumping out.
Which was the most fucking toxically masculine
He was
show,
part
too.
of the Man
Yeah,
Show, bro.
yeah.
They're on a trampoline. The boobs are going.
Yeah.
All that's
Y'all need to
Jimmy
run that
Kimmel.
one.
He
Yeah.
lost 30 pounds and came back, Mr. Super.
Yeah,
Get out of here, Jimmy. I
He
know
put
you're
the
a
drugs down,
dirtbag, bro.
G.
You were a dirtbag back then. You're a
Yeah.
dirtbag now, fool.
Hey, they need to keep a lot of Califas off the top.
Yeah.
Hey, but what's up with that Montiel guy coming? Is he coming in?
Yeah, he's coming in, bro. He just hit me up like
All right.
about 40 minutes ago. And I told Chris, hey, Chris, the guy ain't coming in until about an hour. Chris was like, what? Yeah, I told him, don't worry, Chris, I'll pay you double. He said, oh, yeah, take your time.
So I'm here for an hour and a half,
Take
G.
your time.
Hey,
I'll give you an extra 30.
I thought we're gonna get a karaoke from Chris. You know what I'm saying? Acapella.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Chris.
Special feature?
Chris is going on tour this. He's taking off tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what's up.
Hey, but I treated him well, bro. Was it Saturday?
yeah.
Last Saturday, my wife and I took Chris out to Escala restaurant in Koreatown.
Oh,
Damn. Okay.
Chris, how was that place, dude?
He didn't even sing for you, though, huh?
Hey, bro. It's just the food
Feel
they
good?
got. Oh my God. They bring
kind of-
a big old parrilla, but this big, this wide.
oh shit.
It's got like pieces. Corn, yeah, they got the street corn. The papapas, the strip of ribs, the what else? They got? The pork belly, little empanadita looking things.
Like, live there, homie.
Nah, I'm too hungry for this conversation, bro. Fuck.
Bro, hey,
No shit.
that place is
but yo,
cracking.
Are you gonna ask him the $1 million question though?
What's that,
You're gonna
bro?
ask him the $1 million question.
What's that, bro?
Does he know the real get down about the child trafficking and sex trafficking?
Who?
You know, with the big names, the guy you got, Bordo.
Oh yeah, fool.
Oh,
We're asking him anything. No, we're asking him up. Wait, fool. I got a whole list, bro. I saw an interview there before. I was like, wait a minute, this guy has way more stuff.
Damn, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah. Seen him before. You got some good interviews.
I'm definitely. That's why I brought the philosopher, bro. I'm making him ask everything. That way, if they try to kidnap me, I'm like, the philosopher.
I'm the fall guy, G.
The philosopher.
I'm here to ask all the questions that are gonna get me caught up. Fool, don't worry. I'm here to crash out.
That's what's up. Hey, we need somebody to hold it down for the Browns.
that's fucked up.
No, we got
tribute.
we got some journalists coming out right now, homie. We're good.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Keep it rocking, homie. Y'all have a good one, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Late. Yeah, that's right. You know what? I gotta see if I can get on Adam Carolla's fucking.
Oh,
he's from North Hollywood, homie.
That's right. Hey, fool, you making ripples from NoHo, G?
Damn, fool, you LA Times piece, bro.
That shit was hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I sent that to Evan when I geeked out.
That shit was pretty dope, bro. That shit was pretty dope,
yeah,
bro.
Man, that's dope, man.
He just he actually hit me up today, Gustavo. I'm gonna get Gustavo in here, the guy who writes those articles for LA Times.
All up in those Democrats' face, G.
He's a left guy, bro, and he's like, he's super left. But something about what we're doing, where he's like, dude, like he even says hotline when he hits me up. Like, yeah. Shout out to Gustavo,
love,
man.
Bro. That's what's up.
And he's like, hey, Gil, thank you for making me look like a prophet. And he wrote another article because he had that one before, and now it came out, and he wrote a whole article. And he so gracefully put it, bro, because he's pretty much saying, and I'm not saying it as well as he does. He's pretty much saying, listen, man. The people that you guys are calling this and that, I forgot what name he had for him. He had like ranchero this and that. He's like, but they're just, more of a conservative this and that. And what the Democratic Party is you guys are pushing them away.
Yep.
You guys are calling them misogynist. You guys are calling them this. No, they just have different morals and values, and they're the ones that keep the traditions of their families going. But you guys thought that they were no longer like a threat, so you guys pushed them to the side.
You treated them like you had them.
Yeah, you treated them like you had them. I mean? And now instead of like trying to come to the table and meet us halfway, they're pushing us more.
And you got to keep in mind, you're talking about some really, really masculine men.
Yes.
The moment they feel like, oh, you don't fucking with me, you disrespecting, that clarity comes to them. Nah, bro.
It's one of those that you don't have to sit there and try to. The guy like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. Or like, ya cuando ya estuvo. It was, and that's what it was. It was one of those because ya estuvo.
It's time for change.
It's time for change, bro. And the Latinos woke up. And this is, I think this will go down in history as the beginning of the awakening of the Latino vote.
100%, bro. And it's been bleeding out from like our music, the culture. We've been kind of cracking doors open a little bit. And to end that little precursor to this moment with the election and how much we put an impact on that, that's a great way to seal chapter 1, dog.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
You know what I mean?
And it's a great thing for us in the country if we can steer it in the right direction. And I do believe that, and it's not even, I do believe Trump's going to come to the table with us. When you saw
all the Latinos,
you saw him go to Florida in the Latino place and get down there and speak with everybody. And it wasn't just Cubanos, Mexicanos, Central Americans, everything, bro. He's a guy that I think could eventually be like, all right, dude, I've deported the criminals, this and that. Now let's talk amnesty. I could seriously see somebody like that saying, you know what, now let's talk amnesty, but let's negotiate this thing.
And that's how it should be. Exactly. Let's negotiate. We sit down, we're going to treat this like a business.
Yes.
We negotiate, figure out good deals, start talking to... Bro, his negotiating power is what kept Putin outside of our ass for a cool minute, dog, on everybody. His ability to sit down, I mean, chopping it up with South and North Korea, dog, all he does is negotiate beautifully.
Look at the people I got, homie.
What is this?
He's laughing, right?
Oh,
look at this. Look at this guy, bro. I won't even floss on it, bro. That's that guy right there.
Damn, that's right, dude.
That's that guy right there, bro.
That's like light flex.
That's
no way.
Yeah, that's this guy right here.
Nothing major.
Yeah. The news
Light
is tapped
flex.
into us, bro.
Yep.
The news is tapped into
But that's
us.
why you'd be a great ambassador of it too, because you're in it. You're in the mix. You have a real background. You have a real history. Your homework. Anybody doing their homework, it's legit. You did everything the right way, and then came to this position doing it the right way.
Right.
And you're involved in the actual street, doing things, helping the community, your community. Most people get popping and leave their community, talk all that shit.
Right.
Like, nah, bro, you're in the dirt still. If anybody should be able to sit down and have this combo and has made an impact,
Yeah, bro. Like we're here. It's like I'm not living up in the hill, mulhauling somewhere talking
you
about.
Mexican Joe Rogan, fool?
Come on, homie.
Shit, dog, that's major, dog.
We can rock and roll this thing. All right, we got
Those uncomfortable
hotline. What's happening, homeboy?
Gil, how you doing today, man?
We're doing blessed, man. Thursday had a nice pour of concrete today. If you guys haven't seen that vlog, go check it out. It's the first work vlog I done. And now chilling with the philosopher, waiting for homeboy to come in right now.
Ty. Hey, I got great news, man.
Shoot, let's see.
When you get a chance, spread the news. You know, the machines at McDonald's are working. The ice cream machines are working.
That's right. Hey, they heard Trump was president or
Trump
what?
fixed
fool?
that. He said executive order, bro.
I need all the McFlurry machines to work. No more ice creams down.
Yeah, if the machines ain't working, they gotta shut down, bro.
That's what's up. Oh, shut them all down, dog. That's crazy.
That fool hung up. We just called him that one. That was a good one.
He
though.
went to get a McFlurry, dog.
Have you seen that documentary on that thing?
On what?
On was it a documentary or was it a piece I read? No, I think it was a documentary on why those machines never work.
Nah, it's a conspiracy like the mattresses.
It could never work because they don't want to clean them. That's why.
No.
Hey, Chris, pay them double see if they don't clean them. Pay them double see if they don't clean them, G.
No. Let me tell you why those machines do not work.
That's where they hide the tunnels.
Those machines that they have a contract with a certain company. They have this is our company, this is our machine. In order to fix it, the guy showing it, the guy, I was tired. I went to go see. He goes to a McDonald's. He's like, oh, dude. He's like, look, we got to go through this process. Clack. Do this, all this crazy stuff.
Don't do it, motherfucker.
Well, that's why you don't have ice cream, fool. If they don't do it, that's why you don't have ice cream.
All right, well, check it out. We ain't got no truck drivers because Elon. We need more ice cream fixers.
So what it comes down to is whoever owns those machines, manufacturers. I don't know if they probably have a lifetime contract with McDonald's,
exclusive deal.
And if this is one guy who was a worker that ended up saying, "Dude, I did this." Oh, they fucking said, "Oh no, you can't ever touch these machines." Yeah, you can't ever. So it has to be their mechanics, and however it's engineered, it is so bad. It is so bad.
It's so good at the same time though, G, when it works.
And they're like, yeah, well, that's what it is. Maybe
that's fucked up.
Maybe it's ice cream that's really teleported from the other.
Oh
planets.
damn! Boy, it's a simulation, dog.
Yeah.
We're gonna break this shit off McDonald's ice cream.
That's why they don't fucking go in this machine, bro. You might see the other side.
Or you fucking hit the wrong lever, bro, and the tunnel system opens up, G.
Or McDonald's. That's why you can't touch it. But that is the reason that. That's how the food comes out, bro.
G comes out the ice cream machine. Yeah, bro. You ever see that video back in the day where that fool? I think he was with PETA, and he like broke into a bunch of the factory farms and showed how they made the nuggets and all the slaughterhouse. Bro, that's giving me those vibes, fool. Once I figured out what chicken nuggets were, I was like, bro,
they're so good, bro.
I still eat them.
Yeah. Hey, all the time. You were like that for like a week, fool.
I was eating nuggets watching that shit. Like, this ain't real. You just putting all the parts of the chicken together? That shit tastes good, dog. That's crazy. Yeah. A little barbecue sauce?
Who's Greg Stoker, Chris? Greg Stoker. Teleport.
Oh.
Hey.
Dark side of the moon,
philosopher. How is it that we're supposed to be getting ready to go to the moon? Or we were for 2 years, but they couldn't bring back 2 astronauts from the space station for like 8 months.
Yeah, because we're fucking stupid. Hey, you wanna know how you end all conversations? Y'all could call me crazy right now, but I'm gonna put my flag on this one. Man cannot get to the moon, and there's a reason for it. There's a barrier between Earth and the moon, right? It's a radiation belt. It's called, I believe, the Van Allen radiation belt, right? You can look it up. There's NASA engineers on YouTube. You can look it up from NASA saying that the problem that they have is they're not able to get past the Van Allen radiation belt. Yeah. So how the fuck did you do it so long ago on a ship that had less data in it than your iPhone? And then you told me you lost the telemetry data?
Yeah, we lost the data, everybody. We lost the data. Look at the Trompito phone.
Sick ass. He's going to the moon, G.
He's
going to the moon, G.
Trump's going to the moon, bro.
That's the new Elon. That's the new Elon bike right there, bro.
Hey, look at the mouth. Look at my boy Dirty.
Yo, why does his hair look so dirty, fool? The camera's got it black.
$8 Amazon, bro. You can't go wrong with that, bro.
And I ain't wrong. I'm mad at it. It's a little more yellow than that in real life.
Tell her put it to the moon like the movie They Live. Nah.
Hey, so the McFlurries come from the dark side of the moon or what?
The McFlurries come from some side of the moon. I haven't figured that out. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, you know how Men in Black certain stuff happens? I think that's what it is with that ice cream machine, bro.
That's what it is. You remember when they go to the post office and they're all aliens inside the machines?
Yes.
Hey, that's a bit right there, fool. That's a bit, dog.
Yeah, but they do have some damn good ice cream.
It's fire, bro.
It might be like little aliens getting crushed in a little white
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
fairy aliens.
Shit, they're
getting
just squeezing it out of them.
That's why it's so good, bro.
So they got to get a new body then. That one's
and the
just
guy and the mechanic really all he does is in there and feeds more fairies in there.
Through the
puts more fairies in there, bro.
That's dark. This is where all the bad fairies go for some McFlurry, G.
Oh shit, what we got here? Mickey D's is the first restaurant to get the freshest Coca-Cola in Colorado, bro. That guy's got a commercial for it, bro.
That's what's up, fool. But this is North Hollywood, G. So.
Yeah, we get what we can take. I mean, yeah. Hey, so that's pretty dope, huh?
No, that's a flex right there, dog.
Right
Tapping in
there.
with you like that.
Yes,
Tapping in with you like that.
Stays,
Yeah,
fool.
bro.
Stays.
That's what's up. See, but that's why like that's a good vibe. But when I want to hear some like somebody Latino talking to me about our culture and our community, I want to hear by someone that looks like an everyday cat within our community and is also educated and actively a part of it. Because so many people nowadays just say what has to happen, but don't nobody do nothing.
Right,
Like,
for sure.
Do you have action behind your shit? Are you in the? Do people know you? Do people hit you up?
Right.
Tap in with you?
Right.
You know, do they care about your opinion? That's a great way. You know to have somebody actually start talking and chopping it up with the people and telling them what's going on. You know, because if you just some Harvard cat in a tuxedo talking about shit, like I don't see you around me.
Right.
You know.
Let me see where Humbo's at right now. Fernando should be here.
30 minutes outside of San Diego. I'm sorry. I'm playing for.
Yeah.
Spanish sauce.
Yeah, Fernando is still coming through, bro. We're making sure. CB Chemistry, let's go, Raza. What's good, chat? Talk to us, chat. What you guys got today?
Hey, so where were you going with that though? Were you tripping on the rabbit hole? What do you think about it?
I can see it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Think we came from aliens, fool?
Yeah, I could see it absolutely. I have never been the guy to say no. We are a speck of sand in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's what we are, bro. We are a speck of sand in the
100%.
ocean, and there is no way that I am so stuck up to say, "Oh, we're the only people in this." In
sentient
this.
life.
No. I just go down my own little rabbit holes. I see ants walking, and we walk and smash. They have no clue who the hell we are.
Fuck.
Straight up, they have no clue who we are, bro. Remember, you can tell me what movie that was when the guy said the aliens were coming, they were gonna kill him. It was with the guy from Pretty Woman. They were going to destroy the planet, and he told them, please let them know. He was telling the guy who was translating to the aliens, and he told them, hey, let us know.
Was it Keanu Reeves?
No, it wasn't Keanu Reeves, bro. It was what's the name? It was the guy from Pretty Woman, and the guy comes back and he looks. They had this face like, and the guy's like, what? Tell me. And he's like, he said for him to explain to you why he's doing what he's doing to you would be like you trying to have a conversation with a cockroach.
Fuck. All right, dog. Never. Hey, just blow it up, fool. Fuck it.
In other
Just
words,
take over the earth.
It's like the guy can talk to a cockroach and he say, hey, what is the human? And he'll be like,
there's no point.
Am I gonna explain to this cockroach? Like,
Yeah.
I live here. I don't need you here. Please get the fuck.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna. Damn. fool.
that was a mind
That's the
blower,
truth,
right?
though.
That is the fucking truth.
That's what they say. Like, but the other thing goes to it too. Like the opposite argument. Why would they destroy the earth? It's kind of like, or abduct people. The only thing I've heard is like, do you observe in that hill, dog? You don't really need to make yourself present and do all this little shit. Like they're kind of just observing and watching. But what I would ask, you want me to drop a weird one, rabbit hole?
Let's do
This
it,
is a weird rabbit hole, fool. But people are so fucking on one. Look up the UN symbol, right? Look up the UN symbol and start down that fucking rabbit hole.
The UN symbol.
Yeah,
So
G.
the UN symbol, bro. Let me
And look at your map and just tell me what's funky. That's the fucking the rabbit hole to drop down.
The one that looks like a flat Earth.
It don't look like it. If you're already there, look up the flat Earth map now and put it side by
that's
side.
it.
Yeah. You see how everything's central? So everybody already knew. An old conspiracy about this was that there's 33 segments.
What do you mean segments?
And see how it's squared off with the radar?
Yes.
It's kind of weird to be a radar. It makes 0 sense, right? Because you're looking at the land, not really the sea. But there's 33 segments within all those squares you see divided up. And if you look at a flat Earth map, that is the exact shape of the flat Earth map. All of your land masses are central. If you look at what you would call your map is actually called the Mercator map. So all of the continents are actually warped. All the European continents are scaled to be vastly larger
I've
than they
seen
really
that.
are,
That's
right?
crazy, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
So your whole perception. So what's his name? Tyson, the scientist.
Oh yeah.
He's, Neil deGrasse Tyson, right?
There you go.
So he just recently came out and said that the Earth is actually not a perfect marble, the big blue marble. It's actually more pear-shaped.
Yeah, I heard something.
So then, what about all the data that we got back, where we created all the big blue marble, and we look at our planet? That's a perfect marble. It's a perfect ball, but now we're saying it's not. So everything we've been seeing and shown, it's like none of it's there, none of it's real. Then you look at shit like this, and when you look it up, they're all composites. Right. Everything that came out of NASA is a composite, right? So, but a composite is basically you're telling me you're reading data coming off, and then you're creating an image based upon this data, right? So it's not like you're looking at something and making, bad curves on your painting or whatever. No, you're looking at data and processing the data itself to make your image, right? So that map, first of all, the map that we all associate with the planet is all scaled wrong. It's all fucked up and bad. People are place things in the wrong spot. You look at that one, all of your land masses are central. Then you have your two on the outside of the continents, which is the exact.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be like the hugest conspiracy that even pilots have to?
Yeah.
You start telling
me. So then you start looking at flight paths and why it takes so long to get. Why you have to make so many spots.
I've seen some that they say, why do they go all the way from over here? But.
So then you look at that map when you start mapping those flights.
So you tell me by now we wouldn't have a drunk pilot somewhere at a bar saying it's a flat Earth, like. I mean, that's thousands of people.
I get it, and that's the part that does. Like for me, that's why I say the lips of wisdom are closed. Right? I have the conversation to the capacity to have it, because there's so many. Saying that something is weird doesn't mean you know the answers to all the other things. It just means that, like, hey, bro, maybe a lot of this shit we have to relook at. Because, for example, how is it that you don't have to really measure certain? When we drive, we do a lot of shit that we don't put too much thought into, but we've done it so much that you can like swerve in a moment and slide off a bunny and do all this shit that when you first start driving, you can't measure for that speed. You can't measure for speed to distance and all that, but experience.
But your brain kind of does that. It does the
so
math
it removes
inside.
your need to really consider this shit. They did like numbers on how much a nose would have to dip on a plane in order to compensate for the curvature.
What's up, Gangster Rob? What do you think, man? That's my landlord. I'm trying to get a break.
Yeah, you trying to get that 10%, dog.
I'm trying to get a break, bro.
Let me get a week.
I'm sorry, bro.
You're trying to buy a week right now, G.
No, but I've seen them do that where they get proven wrong, bro. When they put that, I forgot what meter was. And even there was a. Yeah, there was a guy who was a flat earther, and he went like, no, it's not. He had a perfect level, and his guy was over there, and it showed. It has a curve.
But so that's the other problem too, is that now I think we get in conspiracies. We get back into the tribalism thing, because why flat Earth? It could be a ball still. It could be an oval still. The question is,
but can we go over it and under it?
Who knows?
That's the
hard part. So check this out. The convo we just had about like the 10th planets and all that shit, and now we're looking back at these ancestors and realizing how on point they were. Every single one damn near unanimously had a feeling about this.
Oh, you know what? Now that it brought that light bulb, I was telling you, I was watching those documentaries.
I got two more for you too.
There was this one that I watched in New Mexico that they found footprints above the footprints of the woolly mammoths. And all kind of stuff. And the guy's like,
I got you on that.
This throws all our timeline off.
Gee, I got you on that.
Let's go.
Before we do that, in case I forget, remember that for me. Two things. Operation High Jump, Operation Fishbowl. Look them up. That's the rabbit hole that will fuck you.
I'll take it out of water, Chris, please.
It will fuck you up in terms of like... canopy over the earth.
What's it called again?
Operation High Jump and Operation Fishbowl.
Okay.
Operation Fishbowl, we shot a nuke into the atmosphere and it imploded or exploded. I think imploded is the proper term. It exploded and then it made an upside down like mushroom, almost as if you had
if you're in a dome.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And you could see the smoke and everything. Operation
Chris,
High Jump.
You're a star, Chris. I want people to see you, Chris.
Right. You got to sing when you pass it, too.
Hey, you notice he got that fresh cut, bro. Look at that.
He got the ball. He got the robe on, bro.
Notice that. He got that.
You know it's too damn cold for that robe right now.
He got that $60 haircut, bro.
Damn. Oh, gee. I done fucked around and had to get a $40 one, bro. Hey, you remember how last time we were talking about that? My barber hit me with the, I got to raise my shit.
No, he did not.
She, fool. Yeah, she did. I was like, damn, come on, girl. Said no, $10. So $70 haircut now with the tip.
You're tripping.
You got me crazy.
Fool. You better go to my spot, bro.
Hell no,
$20, bro. I give a $5 tip.
I'm 30. My shit thin. I need a discount. Don't play with me. trying to charge me more. I don't got more hair. I got less.
Yeah. If anything,
Fuck, you cut less.
if anything, it should come down.
You know, it should.
$70
You
bro, with the
fuck-
beard
for
and
what?
everything. Or what?
Yeah, with everything. I get a lineup. You don't gotta do shit to my beard.
$70.
Yeah, bro. How don't you feel like
I
that?
pay 25. She still trims these, bro.
Damn.
Trims these, like she trims it, bro. Like
I'm
she's
about to
quick.
come out here for a cut, G. Shit.
Yeah, you
I'll
might
let
be
your boy.
missing a little hair here or there, nothing, but you be.
I'm just fine. Fool, I'll pay her 40 to come fuck my shit up.
Listen, she's
I'm out the
perfect.
LeBron.
She's perfect to maintain. Like,
Yeah.
but like if I'm going like I said to a wedding or something, like you know what? There's a certain feel about going to the barber.
Okay, you
and-
treat yourself.
Yeah, but she's a hairstylist, which is that. But she's been there for 30 years.
See, yeah, and that's why I like having a woman barber too. I like having a man barber because men know how to really shape a beard, but a woman really knows how to clean it up and
Right.
take her time, bro. But $70, fuck no. I'm sorry. That's a quick way to lose a friendship.
That's a grip, bro.
Yeah, well, now I gotta complain to someone else.
Chris said, haircut with the massage and happy ending or what? Like no shit,
Yeah,
bro.
for real. My guy right there, dog. For real, bro.
What's let's see, Mark Osfua, maybe I'm getting it wrong. Operation High Jump 1946-47 was the U.S. Navy and Arctic expedition aimed at establishing a military presence. Operation Fishbowl 1962 tested nuclear missiles in space during the Cold War.
And in Operation High
Thank you
Jump,
for that.
and that was led by Admiral Byrd, dog. And you can look up Admiral
Oh,
Byrd.
that was a gangster, though.
Straight up, bro. And this fool has some stories, bro. He like flew over the.
Oh, that's right. He
North Pole and
established
all
a
that.
base, not all kind of stuff, right?
Bro, so he led that operation in high jump, right?
And they went looking for it. And it's still like, damn, I wouldn't know if this is it.
Dude, trippy. So that's what I'm saying. Like when we look at all this stuff, unfortunately, I feel like people just get caught up in like a flat Earth or a globe. And the best thing is, look, bro, you don't think the government could lie just about land that's there? I mean, you have New Schwabenland. Nobody knows what New Schwabenland was, and Hitler just pulled up and planted a flag and kicked it.
Is that next to Old Schwabenland?
Nah, fool. That's New Fourth Reich right there. Old Schwabenland got blown up, dog. They took over that motherfucker.
Saludos from Alajuela, Costa Rica, where the SK Mob be at. SK Mob in the house. That's what's up, oh boy. Look at that. The chat's in the building. Costa Rica, dude. We get them from everywhere, homeboy. We get
That's
Boricua.
crazy,
We get
fool.
New York.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I need you to send y'all over here,
I think
man.
this is homeboy right here. Hello, hello. Ya llegaste, cabrón. All right, fool. I'll be right there. Don't even trip. Oh, we got you, brother. All right, fool. Late. All right.
That's what's
All right,
up.
people. The guest pulled up. Are we fading to black, Chris? Or are we gonna? Oh, we'll fade to black, and we'll be on right now in the next 10 minutes, homies. The guest is in the building. All right, fade to black.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, might as well leave everybody in.
So when I first started renting equipment, and then eventually I bought some equipment. Now I still have it, but now Prime deals with the production and shit.
That's
They
right,
deal with
fool.
that.
That's dope.
But the thing I hated most about was the editing, because I don't like looking at myself. Like I don't watch my podcast. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hear you.
I don't
hear
like
you.
watching myself. So like just having to edit and then clip and all that, it's like fuck, man. Like
Yeah, bro.
it's tedious, and then plus watching myself, like fuck this, you know?
Yeah.
Shit is weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, dog. I feel that.
You guys record most of them over there, or you guys
The what?
record most of them, or go live on them?
No, mine are pre-recorded.
Okay.
I do lives, but on my phone, just just put my phone there,
Yeah,
live,
for
and
sure.
that shit gets popping.
All right, fool. So people are coming in right now.
So this is live, right?
It's live, fool. The mics are hot. This one's a little scratchy right here.
Everything's gonna get you canceled.
Oh,
right now.
scratchy,
Don't
huh,
worry
Chris?
about it.
I don't.
Hello.
Nobody's
I be
listening.
having fucking cartels on my lives. Dog. I don't really
Damn,
care
bro.
about any cancel.
Hey, you cancel proof, G.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, that's what we need.
So
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
some
yeah,
things that are on the side.
That's crazy. Just don't say nothing about Democrats or some shit. Fuck. That's
Well, I did, because I was about to announce a new episode of my podcast. So my first story was some political shit.
Yeah.
And then I got like a bunch of reaction shit. And then I posted my, hey, go watch this shit. You know what I mean? So usually works.
That's what's up. Yeah, you got me. That's a great way to lure people in too. Shit.
Get it, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Get in, buddy. Get in. Water. So get us some shots. I don't know if you.
Do we smoke on the live or?
You can.
Okay.
I have a reputation to keep.
I got seen you at the LA Times though or something like that?
Yeah, that shit was dope, huh?
Hell yeah.
That shit was
That
dope,
shit got
bro.
up, bro. That shit got up.
That shit was dope. They can hate all they want, homeboy. We got the LA Times piece, carnal, nothing major.
Hey, they hate us because they ain't us, fool.
Yep. That's, when you look at it, that's a major publication, homie.
Yeah, that's fuck. Yeah, dog. It's fucking-
Nah, you probably most hated one right now, no? Cause
Yeah,
the
with-
Trump
with the
thing and
political stuff,
support,
yeah.
the political stuff.
Man, fool,
Hot mic.
Gil and fucking Elon.
Nothing major.
Y'all gotta team up. Oh yeah, I got you.
Hot mic. We know. You're good. I think we don't. Maybe they'll tell them. They'll be like, oh, they don't know.
I'm about to get myself canceled right now. I'm about to say some crazy shit.
Say it, fool.
Crash out on accident, bro. Damn. Fuck.
All right, fool. Hide the chips, fool. This fool is fucking chips, bro.
We have no idea how hungry I was.
The weed, the chips.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
People
what's
chilling
up?
at home.
Chips.
Hey, what's up with that crunching on the mic? I'm not gonna lie, man. I was over here hungry as fuck. Then my dad called me talking about he ordered pizza at the crib. I'm like, bro, why you telling me that right now? Then we started talking about that food and took Chris out. Chris didn't serenade y'all though. We took him. It's all good though.
Yeah, we're doing it double.
Doing it, homie. We're doing it. We over here getting it in, carnal.
right.
El Bordo in the building.
Pizza would be good.
Bro, pizza's good every day. I'm
Yes, so they
sorry.
got pizza across the street, Chris.
Well, I'm a pizza slut. Sorry for the
Hey,
win.
yeah, they
G.
got it, homie. They got it.
7-Eleven.
You don't need that, yeah.
They
nah.
said the pizza actually not that bad, Chris.
It's not. Hey, fool, you been down bad enough in life? I've ate all kinds of shit off fucking 7-Eleven. I shouldn't.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. I got a homie, man. Yeah,
The only thing is
Back when the
that
pizza was like $1 or something.
straight up, fool. You get like 2 of them for $1, dog.
Yeah. Get that in there.
Yeah, a good reason. Oh, I'm broke.
I'm broke.
Hey, you know what I mean?
There's no reason I'm there because I'm broke.
That's why, fool. Trust me.
That pizza away.
Yeah, they did. And if you went late at night, they gave all that shit away for free. You just gotta talk to the homie real quick. He about to throw it away.
Yeah, I'm either healthy or hungry, dog.
It's straight up, straight up. And I'm always hungry, G.
shit.
Nah, man. Last night I got a homie that works at 7-Eleven. I always tap it in with him, right? Like I like to frequent spots and get familiar with one spot when I go. So this is my boy right here. I walk in, hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah. Motherfucker throws like 6. There were brownies, cookies, all the little 7-Eleven treats they have. Drop them shits in the bag, slid them on over. I know it's because they're old and stale. I'm gonna eat them.
Tiny walk, clica.
I'm gonna eat them
All right,
tonight.
let's get this party started, Chris.
Oh, yeah, I want
Échale ganas. We'll stay off the headphones for right now. I'm feeling headphoneless, or let's go. You got it.
Oh, it's just sometimes
Hotline,
they have
hotline.
effects
Huh?
and stuff. A veces tienen como efectos and shit.
Yeah, no, you're good, fool. You're good. The effects are here. Yeah, we do. We got effects. We got Chris in the building. All right, Chris, you ready?
Yes, sir.
We'll be back shortly. Clean your table, fool. Limpia la pinche mesa, mijo.
I'm sorry.
Hey, look, I just rolled one
Well,
up for
hey,
your
no,
boy.
you're supposed to go like this. We're supposed to go like this. Look,
No,
put
I
it,
got you.
no,
I
put
didn't
it in
realize that. Yeah, you're right, my fault.
You're right, dog. You're right, dog.
You're right, G
I'm a minor. You're right, dog. You're right. He knows damn well he did that shit on purpose. Like, you're right, dog.
I didn't even know, fool. You right.
Oh, you don't even know if you got me in the shot, Chris. Who's that? Who's that sexy beast right there, bro?
Hey, this is your fault, Gil. All right, I rolled one up right now for your boy on the side. That's why the tray was
that's
up there.
what's up, fool. That's
Then you
what's up.
passed him one, and then I'm like,
What's up,
man,
bro? Yeah, I can't do this,
I
though.
got
Because you're
nervous.
paranoid, bro.
That fool almost voted for Kamala last time he smoked one, G. They're going to
Oh,
deport us,
shit.
fool.
Okay.
Let's do it, man.
Ready? I guess no countdown.
There's no countdown. Let's just get this thing started. We're hot mic'd. Everybody's having a look. Oh, look who's in the building. ¿Cómo estás, cabrón?
Bien.
Yeah, don't be shy all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you don't want to talk and shit.
Shouted out
H,
ice.
you got stuck in that chase, huh, fool? Bordo. You got stuck in that chase.
Yeah, the freeway, right?
Huh?
It said like.
You talking to me? What chase?
No, I thought he was talking to him. No. Yeah, the fucking ETA said like 3 hours or something. Ended up doing almost 4 hours.
Yeah,
no, or something,
you hit me up like around
to something.
yeah,
I was-
no, it was like 3 o'clock. You say, hey, man, I might be like 10 minutes late, 15 minutes. Yeah, no worries, no.
Yeah.
And then I saw the whole traffic. You're like, oh shit, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I got back. I got it once I was up here. I was like, damn, that shit is like extended.
And it was funny because I actually was just watching on the news before I came over here. I'm looking. I told her, what the hell's going on? She's, I don't know, some chick with a gun on the freeway. She was in a little minivan.
Oh,
so they shut the
damn.
whole freeway down. That's what this was.
Everything way. So
For what? You in a minivan strapped up? It's crazy little reindeers on it.
She was all the way from Rampart, and I don't know where she made about
Oh,
605 or something. She was way out there. No, she was way out there where it messed with him, his commute coming in, huh, boy?
Yeah.
She was just smashing.
So, but without further ado, let's talk about our guest, Fernando Puente, right? Fernando Puente, are you okay? You okay over there, bro? You okay? Fernando Puente is you all right, Chris? Oh, you're trying to get the angle. Chris doesn't have the right angle, bro. Hold on. Yeah, I can't give you your.
We went dark one time, fool.
We go one time,
go
right,
dark
Chris?
one
You had
time,
an hour
too.
and a half to get this thing right, Chris. Nah, that's my boy Chris, man. We got nothing but love for the man, oh boy. All right, so Fernando Puente, El Bordo. He's got a podcast with that guy I don't like, Prime. Nah, shout out to my boy Prime, homie. And he's gonna give us a great insight and look into the dark underbelly of the Tijuana lifestyle. I think is a good way to put it, right? So, hey, thank you for coming over here, man.
thanks for the invite. Thanks for the
I
invite.
appreciate you coming out here. Like I was telling you when you were over there. Hey, homie, you should have let me know. I would have scheduled for a Saturday, but it was a lot of the madness, bitch assins that was going on out there.
Yeah, nah. Today was a good day. I'm gonna be in TJ on Saturday, anyways. But nah, I'm glad for the invite, man. I know you're big out here in LA. I know your platform is big, so thanks for the invite.
Oh, no,
I
for
really
sure,
appreciate
brother.
it.
So talk to us, man. First, you're very well known amongst the lifestyle and all that stuff. But were you born in Tijuana?
I actually was born out here in LA.
Really?
Yeah. My grandparents they came from my grandma from Querétaro, my dad on my mom's side from Querétaro, my dad's side from Monterrey, but they came to TJ and they built there, like the families there in my block. They're the first that came there, you know what I mean? And then my mom was born in Tijuana. She was born in Zona Norte, and then when she was 17, she had me in LA. She drove out here because she had her papers and everything. She came to school out here. So we had some family out here in LA, and that day in the morning she drove to LA, and I was born the next day in the morning. And then she went back.
We just trying to take that full through, child.
Oh, we just got him in, dog. Fuck.
Okay, so but you were more or less when you went to school, you went in Tijuana or in San Diego?
The first and second grade, I was out there in TJ. My family was doing good, and I was in a private school out there.
Oh,
but
shit.
then when things went a little left, like my mom didn't want me to take me to public school out there, so she was like, "You gotta go to public school. Might as well be in San Diego."
How's the private school? Because to me, it's kind of surprising. When I think Tijuana, it's sad, but I am stereotyping, right? I think Tijuana. I think a lot of people do. They think poor. They think they think they're almost like the border, kind of live with some slums and the whole madness, right?
Yeah,
they
red
think
light.
Exactly, right. Yeah. That's what we think about Tijuana, but. There was the private school you went to. How was it? Was it?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Why I'm glad that I come to these platforms, especially because people have the perception and stuff. And there's a lot of people doing very well out there. You know what I mean? It's very nice. Like we got a lot of infrastructure. We got little buildings. Like even rent is charged in English. You know what I mean? And rent is charged in dollars out there. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people making a lot of money out there. So my family was one of them, and then not a lot of money, but we were doing good. So I was going to private school, which is like a fresa school. You know, you see the novelas, the colegios and stuff like that. You know, that type, you know what I mean? So uniformed up and all that stuff. And then eventually I had to go to public school, and then they moved me out to Chula Vista right there in San Diego. And from third grade to...
In the neighborhood that your parents had their house, how was that neighborhood? Like
in TJ, in Los Altos?
Tijuana.
Yeah, well...
¿Todavía está pobre?
It's not. It's middle class, but lower middle class.
But
you know what I mean? Like for instance, in my family, my mom is the only one born in Tijuana, but she got her papers the right way. Her sister and her younger brother, they were born in San Diego. So it was only my mom born in TJ. All of us, like even my generation, my cousin, everything, were born either in San Diego or LA. So they had jobs out here and they lived out there. So you know what I mean? We're doing good. You know what I mean?
So you guys are doing all right. So where did you fall off the truck and start?
No.
What was the influence with
What
you?
happened?
Let's say junior high. Are you doing good in school? Are you tagging? Are you?
Yeah. The thing is, like, the culture out there in the border is very, very cartelish. You know what I mean? Very trafficking. That's how you make your money.
Major hustle out there.
Yeah. So if like, let's say in my hood, if you had a nice truck, you were either working construction job in San Diego or you were you were doing some of that. You know what I mean? Because
Estabas trabajando.
Yeah, all the community in the border, like a lot of people have jobs out here and go back there. So
those guys are the ones living good,
it's
huh?
not, they're living good. And then some people that are there doing like the professional jobs or like just the familias de Abolengo, you know what I mean? Like they're been rich forever, you know?
Right.
You got those kind of people. You got the elites.
Y esa gente, they don't like, because this is just, again, the stereotype thinking.
No, that's cool. That's why I'm here.
Those people aren't getting robbed over there because, hey, I know this one's got a nice truck.
That's what I was going to ask. Because for a cool minute, you had all those viral videos of fools just driving and then they just pull up on them and take their truck.
Hey, me gusta tu troca.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it happens, but it's not a popular thing to do, you know, even amongst thieves.
Even amongst...
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like a...
You might not know who you're
I mean, even in general, just like stealing, there's people that steal everywhere, but over there, like, it's not well looked upon, you know what I mean? Like, whereas over here in America, like, you got rappers just bragging about stealing, you know, and making their money like that, where over there for, like, those people, it's like, that's not something to brag about, you know what I mean? Like,
there's some
you think that's just Tijuana's? Because... I mean, you hear like if you go to Sinaloa and you're trying to floss, they're gonna take your shit. Like,
well, that's like places where like smaller city like ranchos and stuff, like even like Tamaulipas, but they're small cities, you know. Tijuana is very, very big. Like we got like 2 million people, you know what I mean? So it's like very cosmopolitan.
Metropolis.
Metropolis. Yeah. So like if you go to these smaller cities where like cartel runs and shit like that, so they might, you know what I mean? They might do that. Like. Where in TJ, they just steal cars in San Diego and drive it back, you know what I mean? So
to be fair,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, to be fair, you go flossing even out here in some spots.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like,
you can't just don't floss.
But I mean, out there is in Tijuana especially, you're not really gonna get like maybe like petty shit. Like if you leave your bag in your car, you're gonna get your window broken. You know what I mean? That's everywhere. That's
on you.
That happens. That happens outside private. You know what I mean? That shit happens outside a private studio, dog. You know what I mean?
That's why I park by the fucking shooting range, bro.
Look at that heads up, G.
Yeah. So shit like that. Yeah, I think it always happens, but it's not something that you should be like looking for. You know?
What were you seeing that now that you're a little bit older, you know, was not normal for kids to see? Like as far as
my grandma and mom in the MCC, maybe when I'm young, you know, type shit, you know. So, and then my uncle, the youngest, he passed away a few years ago, rest in peace. But he was 9 years older than me, so he was kind of big brotherish. You know what I mean? So that's where I learned Dr. Dre, Cypress Hill, and all that. You know, he was very much into that life, and he was in juvie and all that shit.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? And me, I was more of a nerdy kid, to be honest. I was always more creative. I was drawing. I was reading a lot of books, and I was like advanced classes since 3rd grade and shit like that. So
Well, that's why you're here, fool.
so I was more into that. But then I do have like a wild side in me because of my dad. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
So my dad was a fed out there in TJ, like a federal.
Yeah.
But he eventually started fucking up, and you know, one time we found him in our apartment. He was tied up and he was beat up and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, fool.
just that type of stuff that's not normal, but we grew up thinking it's normal out there. Yeah. That's,
Now, when you say he's a federal, because there's levels to that too, right? There's like what the regular police, and then los federales son quién?
yeah, municipales is basically like the city police, and then estatales, state police, and then
Okay.
federales, which
Oh, so
is
he's up there.
So it's the federal police. You know what I mean? So
Which are the ones that are
That take my money.
that'll take your money more? Was it be the state, the city, the state, and the federal? The federal doesn't take it, do it?
the federal don't really fuck with your money like that,
Right.
or not with your 20, 50 bucks that you got.
They're more high
what I mean?
powered.
Yeah. The other guys, it the same is as the rangers go. You know, the city
Yeah.
police is gonna take your
Yeah.
20, 50. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
every
The state
stop.
police, they're gonna look in your phone, see if they can take
Oh,
much. If
no
not, they're gonna
shit.
let you go.
So they'll
And the
slide on like your Cash App.
Nah, not your cash app. They'll go in like, for instance, you get pulled over. They'll make you unlock your phone, and they'll go into your messages. If you got pictures with guns, if you got pictures with drugs, all kinds of shit.
Shit.
That's when they.
That's
you know.
gangster, fool.
And then they'll be like, "Hey, my homie, they got him for some pictures in Arizona," and he was trying to explain to them it was out there, but if they were like, or you know, they use it to extort. So now you give me some money, or I'm gonna use it against you.
Yeah.
They were like, "Fuck you," and they were like, "All right." So they actually took him and they processed him, but he got out because it was, you know, what I mean?
Yeah, it was
But the
cap.
waste of time.
It's-
and
yeah,
all that,
you
know
waste
what I mean?
those hours
Yeah,
right there.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
They were trying to scare him.
Yeah, but
that's a true.
Hey, but what if they pull over the philosopher and he knows he got pictures? He's like, I'm not gonna show you. What are they gonna
Hey,
do?
lock me up,
They gonna
fool.
sock him up
I'm
real
going.
quick?
I'm going.
Yeah,
Sock,
they're definitely gonna
hey,
suck 'em out.
sock
Hey,
me up, G.
hey,
I
te
can't let you in the,
chingan
I
rápido,
can't let
güey.
you in the group chat, dog.
Hey.
You gotta sock me out, fool. We can't let you
Hey,
see what the
I-
boys are talking about.
I got a famous story that I was telling in the podcast that I've been out here, like Danny Jones and Mark Gagnon.
Let's
and some
do
of
it.
them. And I got taken by a corporation of police, and for nothing basically. Like I got pulled out of the SWAT meet, and we were buying a computer in the SWAT meet, whatever, and a bunch of cops showed up. They just fucking handcuffed and they were started taking it. And we were trying to tell them like, hey, no estamos haciendo nada. You know, we're not
Yeah,
doing anything. What's
chilling.
up? But they were just like, nah, van a ver, ahorita van a ver. So me and I was with the homie, so me and my friend, knowing that, oh, they probably just want to scare us, we'll just wait till they let us talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they take us to the patrol car, and then they take our phones, and then they put us in it's a pickup truck. So and I've been taken way too many times, so I know how this works. But this particular time, they make us lie down so nobody can see that they have us. You know what I mean?
Gee.
So they make us lie down on the bed of the truck, and they handcuffs us like this so we can't get up. And they start driving, and this is a very like area where a prominent
low-key.
cartel. No, like
okay.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
where shit's going
yeah.
down. So they're thinking we got
You
something
on
to do with
that,
it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And so I'm like, oh, they're probably gonna take us to the delegación, you know, the police station, and they're gonna want some money, you know, because we only had like a vape pen, you know, we weren't doing
Just
anything.
gonna cash out.
So I know the area, and we're driving, and I could barely see, you know, like where we go, like some buildings, houses and shit. And then eventually I see him drive past the station.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
nah, G, nah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? And then I used to have a girl in a ghetto ass place in the side of the city, and then we see drive by her house. So I'm like, what the fuck are we doing out here? You know what I mean? Like,
You trying to whistle the guys?
and then eventually it's just fucking like a dirt road, you know?
Nah.
And then we're in the top of lonely ass
Hey,
hill.
what
out there.
are you thinking all this shit while you're going
Sweating
by? ¿Qué estás
bullets,
pensando, güey?
G.
No, but the whole time I'm just like, we don't know, because look, this is the context. My friend, he's active, you know,
He's
with people
moving,
out there, with the Sinaloa side, you know what I
Right.
mean? And me, the places where I grew up is more of a Tijuana prominent side. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I'm kind of more like, those are my childhood friends. I know people from everywhere, but you know,
Yeah,
these
that's
are-
home base.
Yeah.
That's your city.
So we have that, and then not only that, they have our phones, and on my phone I have all kinds of shit. Like I was like allegedly like facilitating weapons to
Yeah,
certain
that's about
people
it.
and shit like that.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
homie, he was doing his thing, you know, loading up cars, whatever, allegedly.
Right.
And so we both thinking like, what the fuck is gonna happen? And the funny thing is, the area they took us to, it's not either his side or mine. It's the other guy's side.
Hell nah.
You both are getting checked right now. Like,
So
what's that?
like that's the context of what was going on through our mind, all that shit. So I was like, what the fuck? So eventually, the truck stops and the cop gets off. He opens the bed of the
Yeah,
door,
tailgate.
and he lets us get up, and he's telling us like, hey, you guys better tell me who you guys are. Tell me what's up, because if not, I can call somebody else, and we're gonna find out who you guys are. And we're like, hey, wait, you didn't catch us with anything, bro. We got a vape pen. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, look, I already saw your phones. I saw the messages that you're getting, because my homie was working. He was literally like, hey, the car is this place, whatever. My shit was locked, so they couldn't see, but his was open. So they're like, we already know, so you better tell us. And we're like, tell you what, wait, like you just got us with a vape pen. You know what I mean? He was about to buy his son a computer, so he had like $1,200 with him. So he was like, hey, wait, traigo like 1,500, like just take them. You know what I mean? But he was like, nah. And he made us lie down again. He's like, ahorita van a ver quién viene. He's like, you'll see who's coming right now. So at this point, I'm like, fuck, like, because if the fools from my hood did something to them, which they were beefing at the moment, that what was going on through my mind. I was like, hey, yes, the way these fools just went and did this, and they probably think, you know what I mean? They probably think I'm in the mix somewhere, something. And then my friend, he's thinking his own movie over there, So yeah, they just lock us back again, and we stay there for like 30 minutes, and that's that moment where like light flashes, so you know what I mean? All that thing. Right. But I was I'm very like philosophical since I was young and shit like that. So I always thought about like live your day like if it was your last.
That's right.
And at that moment, I realized I have been living my life like that, because I was calm and I was like, hey, at least my mom got to see like me changing. At least
that's what's up.
I was cool with what I lived.
It.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I was like, hey, wait, pues ya la verga, like I'm good. I've actually lived my life like if it was my last day,
That's what's up.
And but my homie, he was crying. I was like, hey, wait. Yeah, my friend, he was like,
bro.
Yeah.
Dog.
He has kids, like he had like a newborn and shit like that. And he was like, hey,
I was
wait.
doing good, but this fool.
Now he was like, hey, wait, ¿qué crees que nos pase? I was like, hey, wait, you don't even know qué creo yo. You know what I mean? Because I was already thinking like, hey, wait, we're in a dirt road, like shit like that. Like, I was thinking like, as long as they find me, as long as they leave me somewhere where my parents find me, that was at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it could recognizable.
Yeah, because it would happen so fast, like nobody knew.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But then we didn't know, like we had a driver with us, and we figured out they didn't take him. So at first we thought like, este güey nos puso, like he's But now he was actually called like the home, his friends and stuff like that. Yeah, he was trying to figure out.
Shit.
And so at like 30 minutes of just thinking, like the longest 30 minutes, like there was like 3 hours for me. Yeah, just fucking, it was in a lonely ass place where you can't hear anything but like fucking birds and shit, and so eventually you hear another car like coming, like pulling out like on the dirt. So it's like you're just fucking getting ready, and then they get out the car, and then the guys that had us meet them, and then I was wearing yellow sweats with a black sweatshirt. So I hear them say, hey, the guy in the yellow, don't hit him in the face because he's a U.S. citizen. Because I have my passport with me. So at that point, I was like, okay, we're not dying, but we're getting our ass beat. You know what I mean? So, which is kind of worse. I don't know which was, you know what I mean? Which was like, fuck, man, like, fuck. So, yeah, they just came in rough. They opened the door, and then they saw me wearing the sweat. I heard them, so they see my friend, and he's like, we've seen you before. Bam! They just started like cacheteando, you know what I mean? So they grabbed me and they just dragged me from the patrol car, arrastrando, on the boom. They pulled us in another on their car, and the first guys that caught us were the low level, and those were the middle. I told you about three. Those were the middle. So which is the most feared out there. Okay. They're the most feared out there for the same reason. So like, being the most feared, once I fucking put my head up and I see the part, you know what I mean, the patch, I'm like, yeah, la verga. And then my homie, they started fucking beating him up right in the moment. They took us to a patrol car, and then they took us to another place where they fucking interrogate people, which is just like a abandoned fucking
warehouse
piece of land. Not even warehouse, just like
torture chamber.
Un baldío, un lote, like an empty lot.
Just out in the open.
Kind of in the open, but
people don't know not to go look over there.
We don't drive that way, fool.
And I only know these places because my Google Maps, my timeline is always on.
Oh,
so
shit.
when I got free, like I was like,
where the fuck did I go?
Where the fight? Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
So that's how I know. And yeah, we got to the other place, and they were just on the way there. They were like talking shit to us and just like trying to get us scared. And they kept hitting my homie.
The fool that was crying already.
He was he was on this side of the window. I was in the middle, and we had a cop on this side, and two guys driving. But you have your hands on tied up, but you have to put your face between your knees,
huh?
Yeah, so we're like this.
Shit.
So every time they were trying to hit him, they would, you know what I mean? They would go this way. So I was like, hey, wait, ya cállate. I was like, hey, wait, stop crying, perro. Like, you know
he was
like,
crying.
not crying literally, but he was like, hey, wait, I got family. Like, hey, por favor, you know
he
what I
was
mean?
begging.
Yeah, didn't want to hear that shit.
He had a newborn way. I understand him. Like, I don't judge you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's
of course.
different. I don't got kids.
No, it's all fun and games right now, but at the moment it was like,
Yeah. You know, I understand. He's my friend. Like, I know what I mean. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, wait, ya no llores, le decía. You know what I mean? Like, pa que no te peguen, güey. He was getting beat up. He was getting
hit over here.
I heard him say I was a U.S. citizen, perro. So I'm trying to stay quiet and you know.
Hey, what was that fool say? Cállate, hijo tu chingada madre.
Cállate, culero, boom. And then
Hey, were you milking it though? Or were you talking to your homie in English?
he don't speak English.
I know, but they thought you were a U.S. citizen, dog. I would have been saying all English.
I'm 100% Tijuana. When I'm out there, like I can't even, you know what I mean?
Man.
Sometimes like I'd be like, no, I live in San Diego, and I play the pocho side, you know what I mean? Because I could play that part too. But most of the time I gotta talk to him as a local, so be like, hey, wait, don't try to like play me, you know? I'm from here. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we're in the other place. We get to the other place. They put me out the truck and they put me again in the bed, and then they keep that fool in there. And they're slapping that fool and asking him questions. And they got me in the back way, and they're just fucking hitting. They're not hitting me in my face, but they hit you in the chest, the stomach, and the knees and the feet. You know what I mean? Fool. So they're just going through my phone, way, and I have a bunch of shit where you don't even know, where, you know what I mean? I just have all kinds of like.
This madres, way.
Yeah, machine. So like even when he was listening to some voice notes, and I hear him like where he was about to listen to, I'd be like, hey, I got some shit at home. Wait, I got a gun at home I can give you. You know what I mean? I was trying, and he was like,
he trying to overhear.
But at the same time, which actually eventually like it helped me out. Like the messages were with that kind of people that they were like, oh shit.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
we didn't hear that.
Because I was like, no soy pa nadie. Like I almost like, you don't say, you don't really tell, like, you know, you're not used to be like, nobody likes that. Oh, I work for it so and so. You know what I mean? Even though that might help you sometimes, but nobody really likes that shit.
But it might get you killed in another.
Also because if the cop works for the other,
that's what I'm saying. It might get you killed.
Yeah,
even better now for him.
That's why I was like, no.
Keep him guessing.
And but yeah, they just one of them, like, they just kept asking me shit, and one of those fools, I remember, he's like, este güey está muy calmado, perro. He was like, este güey está bien calmado. You know? Because I was faking, like, every time they hit me, I was like, but it didn't hurt that much. But I was like, you know what I mean? And then that fool went, and my homie, he had the bag on his face. I remember they just fucking, I see the ticket from him. They went back, and bam, they put it on me.
We need this one.
And fuck, güey, you know what I mean? That's when shit gets real, because, like, some fools have died on that process, not even they wanting to kill him, you know what I mean? Just on accident. So, you know what I mean?
Too
just
much for the guy.
Fucking try to gas for air, and that shit getting on your, the bag is getting on, you know what I mean, on your fucking nose. And
you suffocating.
And then they take it out. You know, you try to get your shit back together, like, hey, ¿dónde están estas armas? You know what I mean? This and that, like, what the fuck? But yeah, eventually, they're like, eventually I saw one of the cops, the one that was driving, he took a picture of me when they had me tied up, and they had like a little meeting, and that fool came and took a picture of me, and I was like, that was, at first I was like sketchy, but then I was like, I know he's gonna send it to the right people, you know what I mean? Okay. You know what I mean? And for the good and bad, you know, because I know like once somebody sees that picture, I'm pretty well known, not very well known, but pretty well known. So eventually there's always that one guy, you know what I mean? So so yeah, after that they had like their little meeting, and then they came back and they were like, they were more chill, and they were like, all right, so you got a gun in your house. What's up with that gun? I was like, that's just a gun I keep for safe, you know, like it's my grandma. I got it in my grandma's house. Like it's not a connect or nothing. They're like, we need somebody to take it out, or
we need something,
or you want us to break in. I was like, no, you don't need to break in the house. Like it's my grandma's house. Like there's no drugs there. There's nothing. You know what I mean? I only got my gun there. Like I could have some like a neighbor take it out and we can give it to you. You know. But I saw they change, so I was like, something happened. You know what I mean?
Now they need something.
I didn't know, but I was like, I know something happened here. So they bring me inside the truck again with my homie, and he already settled for like $3,000, which was crazy because we were giving him $1,500 at the beginning, you know, and they didn't want it. Geez. And now they were just gonna go for 3 and 5. So now me and my friend are thinking like,
It's over.
Algo
fool.
pasó, güey. No,
Yeah.
we're like somebody, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I started hitting them like on their little like, hey, they're asking about whatever this and that, and the guy in charge, he was like, nah, wait 15 minutes till we get this done, you know. So eventually they, well, at first there was a little thing because they saw some videos of like a house. And they took me to the house and they wanted me to tell them like, hey, is there shit in there? And I was like, no hay nada allá adentro, because that was my homie's house and that was some fool's house, you know. And I was like, no hay nada ahí, and that de ahí no me sacaron, you know, no hay nada ahí. So we left. But my homie saw it on the camera. He's like, hey, what's up? You know, and I was like, hey, you know, so I had to have a little meeting for that later on. But eventually, so we pull up there and then we drive to my house. And I get a friend to get that shit out, and we give it to the cops. And then the cops, they're like, hey, tell them to stand outside the OXXO. So my friend does, and the cops pulled up, like if they were gonna, like if they caught him doing something, you know, hey, manos arriba, this and that. And then they pat him down, and I had a little bag like this, like a little purse, and that's what the shit was on. So he gives it to them, and then the cops just like get back on the, like running back in the truck and dipping, like they just fucking, they just robbed somebody.
Shit.
Yeah, they're like, no, go this way. No, there's less cops this way. No, go this way. You know what I'm saying?
Gangster ass
like, what
fools,
the fuck? You know what I mean?
dog.
But the funny thing is,
Turn the
was like
headlights off.
on their way on where they had us, it was like on the east side of the city, and I live all the way by almost going to playas type of thing, to the beach. So on that whole journey.
I was gonna say you there for a minute, huh?
Yeah, so now we're bonding for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because
you're talking some shit
I'm
back and
telling them
forth.
about, they're checking me and they're like, hey, wait, so what's up with your podcast? And they're, and then I was helping.
I just subscribed, fool.
There was a
Spam sauce,
guy.
dog.
There's a guy I helped write his book that he was like in the most wanted thing, and he's in jail right now. He's shout out to Gordo Villarreal. He was very well known out there. He was one of the most wanted guys. So when they see me that I talk to him on the regular because of the book and all this stuff, they start asking me like, hey, so what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, no, wait, well, you know what I mean? Like, trying to have a conversation. And they're like, and I even told them like, hey, well, you seen that manifesto? They're like, no, ¿quién es ese güey? Like, hey, let me put it on. And I'm blocking my phone and shit like that. And the cop next to me, he's like, they're really fucking with me. The boss was like telling me stories. No, I used to chase that fool back in the day. Like, we just started having bonding, like a little bonding moment about that. And I remember we were getting close to my house, and they're like, yeah, cállate. You know, bonding ended. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, we're back to reality. Back to business. So yeah, we do that. They get the gun, whatever. And then my friend, the one that was with me, he lives on the other side of the city, on the east side again. So now we're driving all the way to where he was gonna do the deal,
Might as well give you dinner.
which
at
was
that
like
point.
which was like a Carl Jr. So his mom brought the money to the Carl Jr. And they got it, and they let him go. And then the cop on the back was about to let me go, and one of the guys was like, no, and he fucking did. He stepped on the truck.
Oh.
So at this point, I was like, all right, now I'm getting,
Bro,
you know what I mean? Now I'm getting, because at this
Come
point it's
on,
like 9
G.
o'clock now, bro.
It's
Like,
over.
we've been there all day, you know what I
Yep,
mean? We've
yep.
been there for hours away. So I'm like, hey, wait, fuck, este güey me va a matar. I was like,
We were just cool, bro.
not even that. Like, I already give you the shit, you know, all this shit. And but one thing that he mentioned before that, he was like, hey, this that I'm doing for you is a paro. I caught you slipping, like now you know you got to pay. You know how shit is.
Yeah.
But don't go and don't go crying to you know who. And at this point I'm like, how do you know? I know you know who, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not gonna go cry anybody. I'm just you know, we did the deal, it's cool, you know. He's like, nah, you know, no hard feelings. This I was like, look, no hard feelings, come to my podcast. I'm down, you know what I mean? Like, that's how much no hard feelings is with me, you know what I mean? And he's like,
So all this time you've had a podcast where you were doing your thing?
I was barely setting the. I had like the logo, and I was working on because I was doing the book with Gordo Villarreal, but I was already kind of like.
So how did that book deal come about? Just knowing the guy and.
Yeah, just being around. I know his son-in-law, and I used to do a writing blog where I write stories and shit, and that got his little buzz going. So they read it, like a bunch of people read it, and he was one of them. He's like, hey, I like what you're writing, shit like that. I need help writing my book and this and that. So yeah, we linked up.
So you speaking on podcasts, that's you don't like fear for your life going to Tijuana and stuff like that, or
not in what way, or
I don't know. Just some certain people, you know, will think that you know you speaking on stuff that's going on in there, kind of in turn. You're not giving no name. You're not saying anything like that. So. Some people would, like I said, everybody will stereotype and think, well, this is what va a pasar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah. Well, I'm clean. Like, I don't do nothing illegal. Like, you know, I don't run a red light. I just my relationship with those people is strictly like friendship. Like, hey, wait, viste el juego? You know, hey, feliz cumpleaños. Like, you know what I mean? Because like a lot of these dudes I grew up with, you know what I mean? They're just from like the hood next to mine or whatever. And so our conversations aren't even like, hey, who's winning the war? You know what I mean?
I think with his situation, it's kind of how like I will go on certain podcasts and speak on my hood here, this hood over here, but I'm not.
And then also like I'll run it by him. Like I remember the first time I got invited to a big podcast, the concrete one.
Yes.
And there Danny was like, hey, I want to know about this and that or whatever. And I was like, I'll hit your back. So I called them and I was like, hey, I'm about to do this big podcast and you know it's a cool thing for me, whatever this and that. They kind of want to know about you guys though, like about the life and you know what some of the shit we did and stuff like that. And I was like, well, they're gonna tell me to keep it quiet, whatever. They're like, hey, diles que somos la mera verga. Tell them like we're, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, you know, all that shit. So they were like, diles que acá, and then we got this and we got that and blah 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 and this and that. So I'm like, I mean, at the same time,
different world, homie.
At the same time, it's like.
Different world.
That's not the only team that's playing, so I gotta be careful. You know what I mean? So I don't really do the. I'm not really cheering up for them, but I just have the permission to say it as it is. You know what I mean? And as long as I don't fucking oversay or undersay, as long as it's real, because the compliments I get from these people, like even like big dudes that call me that I never knew till now, they're like, hey. What I like about your shit is that it's real way. You're not trying to like, you're not washing it or nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not, no te pones de más, güey.
Ni le quitas ni le pones. You know what I mean? The way it was, just keep it like that and cool way. I like it. I fuck with it. So at this point, way, I'm doing lives and I have these people watching me to, like, some people be asking questions and then. I know those fools watch, but they never comment. But then sometimes they can't help it, way. So they comment, way, and then they comment something, and I'm like, hey, way, I know who that is. Hey, you know who's watching? I always tell them like, hey, there's always people. I always tell them like, I can't lie about shit because they're watching. I'm literally part of, you know what I mean? Not part of them, but they're. I'm like a message away to be like, hey, wait, you were lying, bro. Like, you know, they can talk shit to me about that too if I'm lying.
People care what you say.
Everybody in America believes that. Any person that is selling drugs, that is moving anything, whether it's an ounce, 2 ounces, from Tijuana over to the United States, is part of the cartel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, there's like a lot of freelancing to put it in words. You know what I mean? You don't have to be involved with them. You might even just buy shit from them, but
like indirectly.
Indirectly, stuff like that. You might have your own thing if you keep it low key, you know, because if one of them knows, they might try to pull you in, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you're moving like small thing, like I don't know, let's say you move like 1 key a month,
right?
You know, you can make good money, like to be like a good living, you know, a little extra check, and nobody's gonna know really, you know, you still be out the way, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of
they're not even worried about it.
Yeah, you know, like or I don't know, get like a pollo through once in a month type stuff, you know what I mean? Like
so you can the same thing with the pollo, you can just take one at a time.
It's a lot of micro, you know, micro trafficking.
Well, that's crazy because, like, to your point earlier, what you're saying with stigmas, like when you're asking the question about like how is it that they allow some convos to happen? Like even me, I have this stigma. I go right away to like American Me. Right, what happened with the old boy? Yeah. Now, obviously, he shouldn't have said the shit, you know, that part. But that's what I would be like. Damn, fool! Every time I do a pod, let me run this.
Yeah, well, look, once they get caught, they're doing life.
Yeah,
or 20-year deal. You know what I mean? So like, they're already. It's like telling them like, hey, wait, another fool wants to kill you. They're like,
okay, another one. Put it on the list, bro.
Exactly. You know what I mean? They're already living like that, bro.
That's the real crazy life over there. Crazy.
But that's the part that, like, when we have our stigmas, is like the story you're saying. Actually, a question I want to ask, just to bring it back to what you initially asked. When you saw that shit going down with your pops as a kid, like you initially asked the things that you saw, right, growing up. What were you thinking? Like when you seen pops in that moment, because we don't think. Nobody here's thinking those things, you know.
To be honest with you, I was always like a kid. Like I never wonder more to that point. You know, I never asked.
It just happened. You moved forward.
It's just you're growing up with that violence, and then you know, so it like shit starts being like normal.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe you know what I mean. Yeah. So I never really
thought it was out of the norm.
Like. I think that the thing that hit me the most was like the domestic violence part. That's where I, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I was more
that hits close to home.
Yeah,
with everything
that's close to home.
Yeah.
But when I saw shit like that, you know, even like I said, my grandma and mom being arrested and shit like, I didn't really like
couldn't process it the same way at the time.
Yeah, exactly. So you start growing up, and then like I said, I like to read a lot of books and stuff like that. And now I'm out in the streets because I'm very creative, and now I'm doing graffiti. You know, I do murals and shit like that. So not really like tagging and shit. I do like murals, but at the same time, I like the street life. I like the
well, the mural is part of that. It's
the art.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like out there, there weren't really gangs. There were more tag banging. Like we had a crew, but we fought with everybody. We fought like it was a gang. We were like we moved like it was a gang. You know what I mean? But we were taggers. We all like to tag.
Well,
we all
that's
like,
why
you know
tag
what I mean?
banging.
Yeah. But we out there. That's how it went. Those were the gangs.
Hey, so talking about moving pollos, did you ever move pollos?
That was why I got indicted. Yeah,
that was that what you got popped for?
Yeah.
What was the average amount of people you take over? And I was very curious to know, is there a certain time you like better as far as weather? Like, is it tougher in the heat or is it tougher in the cold time to take them over?
Nah, I think your question is it tougher in the morning or is it tougher in la tarde?
Oh, okay.
That's game right there.
But that's what you guys were crossing from Tijuana.
Yeah. And we're crossing them through. I know the exact same number of people I did because the lady was keeping count, the other lady that was catching, but I don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, because she was keeping. She had books for everything. So every time I delivered,
over 100 or under 100.
Yeah, but I.
Allegedly.
This was back in 2009, so I don't think I don't think that.
Allegedly.
Tomatoes came over, bro.
Yeah. So, the way the guy I worked with did it was with like stolen papers, but without the stolen report. You know that.
Oh shit!
Just
so
like
freshly stolen almost.
But he had like a bunch, just like
stacks.
like 100, stacks. Some of them even had like the visa and the ID, and sometimes even the social. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're good.
So we had a bag of them. So if we had a visa that you're trying to cross, and we're trying to look for one that looks like you. And then let's say I find one of this dude used to work in this is a working visa.
Yeah.
So he's gonna cross in the morning, and we're gonna dress him up as a construction worker
or whatever. Yeah,
because we got uniforms and shit like for like gardening and shit like that. So I just wear this jacket, and they will train you like, hey,
no way.
They're just usually in the morning they don't ask a lot of questions because everybody's crossing to work. 4 to 6 in the morning. You have like at least 2 cops that are really fast. They're just gonna ask you like, where are you going? Just like, go to work. Go to work. Where? San Diego.
What do you do? Bye.
If anything, what do you do? Gardening, jardineria type shit. So, you know what I mean?
They miran la cara. They see you're scared, then that's when they get you, right?
Yeah, but also like in the morning, everybody that's like you're going in the multitude. You know what I mean? Like all the workers and all that. You know what I mean? So
they're pushing you through.
Yeah. So if it was a tourist visa, you're probably gonna cross it on a Saturday, like at 10, 11 in the morning, going to Las Americas, which is crossing. You know what I mean?
So is it safe to say that like based upon the type you're getting might determine whether it's better to go morning or night?
You gotta fit in the profile of that. Yeah. If you're a tourist, you're not gonna go to work. You're not gonna cross in the morning. You're gonna go on a day where you're chilling. So Saturday morning, you're gonna be in the outlets all day type shit.
What a trip.
So you do that. Yeah. Sometimes we dress them nice. Buy them good clothes and stuff. Sometimes I even be like, hey, wait, I need that sweater back. That's a nice sweater.
When you get to the other side.
Once I was on the other side, I was like, hey, wait, they told me to ask for the.
So
I don't get too warm. Fool.
Are you in front with them or are you behind them?
They're following me.
Okay, they're following you. Okay.
Because I did it walk like the guy I worked with. He never really wanted me to put me like in the fire. So he was like, "Hey, wait, nomás vas a hacer esto. You just walk them through." You know what I mean? So my charges were not even traffic. It was aiding and abetting.
So wait a minute. So how did they catch you?
It
was a typical morning. You're going by. Come on.
Yeah. No, the girl that I tried to cross like a day before, they asked her like, hey, so what were you gonna do when you crossed? Because she was like 17 or something, and she was like, well, I was following the guy. You know what I mean? So yeah. So the next day that I crossed, they're like waiting for me and shit, and we crossed, and like actually one of the guys we had made it. Even So I get on the trolley, and I remember, I don't think because it was 2 of us that were walking people by. So I think his didn't make it or mine didn't make it, one of those. But I remember Charlie where I was just like, I kind of had this feeling, and I was just talking. There was a white dude sitting next to us, and he kind of looked like a little homeless. Not homeless. He was too clean to be homeless, but not enough, to be like this. So I was like, this was undercover. I was like, I know this was undercover. So, you know what? Even if he's not it, like, que chingue su madre, güey. I mean, fuck this fool. Like all this and that. So. Yeah, when they had me in the office, it wasn't him, but it was a guy behind me.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't him, though. It wasn't him.
Fucked up.
But it was the guy behind me.
Good,
but the guy behind me heard me because when he walked in the office, he's like, hey, you remember me? And I was like, nah, should I? He's like, yeah, I thought you saw me in the trolley because you started saying. I was like, oh shit, but then
you
we
were
just
standing behind.
yeah, but we just saw you just kept doing. We were like, oh, este güey no sabe todavía. You know what I mean? But I kind of had like. That's weird though, because I had that
Spidey senses.
Yeah,
fool.
I had the spidey sense. I was like, nah, wait, something's happening here. Like, you know what I mean?
What
like,
a trip, dog.
yeah,
Hey,
so-
but they're pretty professional when they pick you up right there at the border when they arrest you.
No, they didn't arrest me at the border. They followed me all the way to where I made the drop, which was in Chula Vista. I get in a trolley, and then like 3-4 stops later, we got off the trolley, and then outside of Food for Less, a lady would come through and she would pick up the the guys we had. So once I opened the door and the guy was gonna get in, all kinds of undercover cars started pulling up.
Dices, ya valió.
And they were being a little rough until they once again they took my passport out. Hey, we got a USC. We got a USC.
Bro.
We got a USC.
I'm keeping that shit
We
on
got a
me no matter
USC,
what.
and they were like, "You a U.S. citizen?" I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Where were you born?" I was like, "Los Angeles." And I was like, "Okay." So now the white cop starts treating me like,
they come
"Hey,
in,
are the cops too tight?" You know, shit like that. And it's like,
Damn, bro.
So now they take me back to the border for the paperwork and all that shit, and I'm like, "Hey, wait, ¿a qué horas me llevas al MCC?" You know, I'm 19. And I was wild. I was really wild back then. So I was like, hey, wait, what time you getting me to the MCC? Where like, don't put me in this fucking fridge, you know, the little jail cell on the border. And he's like, oh, so you know where you're going, huh? Whatever, this and that. I was like, I mean, I've heard, you know, allegedly, you know. So they're like, hey, how about you tell us how you did your thing and you'll go faster, you know what I mean? I was like,
Just fool.
So I went to, you know, they locked me up, and then I started thinking, like, I'm just gonna, you know, make up a story, you know. I don't think I'm not followed that through, you know. They don't follow my calls or anything. So I was like, hey, what time are you taking me to MCC? I was locking the door. They're like, you ready to tell? Yeah, I was like, yeah, Simon. So they bring me out, and I just make up like a wild story. I was like, once the dude I work with sees the paper, he's gonna laugh. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
I made that kind of story, and I made it like that. And yeah, they let me call my mom. They took me to MCC. I called her from my phone
no
too. You know what I mean?
way.
So and then eventually they took me in the morning to MCC, and that's when I was a little nervous because I'm still 19. You know, this is the feds. You know,
Yeah.
Of course.
big guys and shit like that. And I'm looking young. I'm 19, but I look like 60. You know, so.
You look like a baby right
Yeah,
there.
so it's like fuck, way. But at the same time, it's this feeling of like, okay, everybody's been here, you know, like everybody in TJ's been here, like a bunch of friends have been here, even family.
This is the rite of passage right here.
Yeah, not even the right passage, but it feels wrong, but it feels right.
Yeah, it's the rite of passage. Like, we got to go through.
It's
It's
like,
kind
hey,
of
wait, it's
crazy.
por ahí, but I'm like, wait, why is it por aquí? You know what I mean? It's like in life, you know, I'm thinking
Of
that.
course.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually, I got there. I get to
Philosophy side.
I go to the seventh floor, and yeah, like I said, somebody, hey, go on that way, you know, like, hey, what's up? Yeah. I knew
It's a
somebody.
homie,
and
G.
yeah. So yeah, that's when I've heard about like the politics, prison politics, but like when I got there on May, but I was out on bail, and then I had to go back on September.
Oh shit.
So when I go back, they're like, hey, there was a riot with like, I think it was the homies and the paisas, so they were dividing. But
Right.
I was in a cell with a homie. He was a homie, and
When you
and-
went back?
Yeah, no, yeah, when I went
Yeah.
back. So they separated.
What's
Like
up?
once they opened the door, they're like, hey, and he was like, no, I'm a sureño, so they put him somewhere else. And I was like, oh, I'm a paisa. So then we get back to our place, and everybody's locked up because they were fighting.
They were
and
just-
such shit. Yeah.
Hey, so you didn't know till you told them then, or you knew before when they started asking like, hey, what were you?
I knew the politics. I know what I was supposed to
Yeah.
claim and all that, but you know, not really. You know, it's your first time.
figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, we get there and yeah, I get the repra, the paisas. And
What's
they
going
start telling
down,
me-
yeah.
But like the sureños, they were like, hey, wait. Like I think I knew one of them. And shit, like they were like, hey, wait, you should be with
come
us,
this way.
way,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
a
what you
citizen,
doing?
way, and this and that, whatever. I was like, hey, wait, ese güey is de Oaxaca, perro, and he's running. He's a Southsider. Like, what do you mean? Like, because they were trying to tell me like, hey, wait, you're a citizen. You should be with us. I was like, yeah, but that fool's from Michoacan, way. How is he banging your hood? You know what I mean? So we were switched up, way. You know what I mean? It was like,
What a
because he
trip.
was like, hey, wait, there's all these paisas, but they were born out here in Chula Vista. I was like, well, there's all these homies that were born out there, way.
Yeah,
A lot of them are re-entry, carnal. You know what I mean? Like they're all getting deported, perro. So
For sure.
So we would clown like that because we were getting
good,
along,
homie.
That's
but
what's
they
up.
were always it was always that, you know.
Yeah.
There was always back in my neighborhood in Tijuana is Los Altos, and I was born in LA, so I had a little LA tattoo right here, and then I had my tagging crew under.
Okay.
And
That's what's up.
so I get to CCA in California City. I'm in the showers, whatever, and I see this fool staring at my tattoo. So eventually I'm in my jail cell and I'm just fucking like secándome, you know, with drying and shit. And some fool walks in, like two fools, and they close the door of my cell and they're like, hey, wait, can you come talk to us right now at this or whatever? Now I kind of knew already. I was like, the same thing. I was like, the same thing. They want to know who I'm, you know? So yeah, I had to go in another cell. you know, with all these toys away, like 40s and the
got-
30s, you know what I mean? And I walk in there like, what's up? They're like, what's up with that tattoo on your leg? I was like, and I told them the same thing. I was like, well, where I'm from is Los Altos. You know, I was born in LA, but I mean, I never lived out here, so
Right.
there's no way I could claim a hood out here, you know? And there was a lot of Tijuas there, so I was like, if you ask any of those Tijuas, and they ask about me outside, they're going to tell you, yeah, he's from out here, you know? So, yeah, it was like a little 20, 30-minute talk, and they're trying to figure out, like, they had to ask some homies from San Diego, hey, is he from any hood from out there, or, you know what I mean? But
That way you're not trying to hide who you are.
Yeah,
And these
so
are
it's-
older heads.
Yeah, wait, I'm like
you gotta
19,
check
but,
in.
Fool.
but at the same time, I was like, I know how this works, you know, I'm not lying or anything, so
You had
Simone,
no-
I
you had
just
nothing
walked
to hide.
straight in there, you know,
Just
it was
gotta go
good, you
through
know,
the
whatever.
process.
So let me ask you, what is the situation with like los jefes de jefes when it comes to people making music about them?
Well, most of these guys, they're really fans of the music. Just fans of the music. Not even like, that's why you see a lot of them bumping their ops corridos. You know what I mean? Because
shit.
yeah, because the music, they're just fans,
It's a good song.
and they have money to pay for the musicians to be with them like 2-3 days playing. You know, so they become really close to them. Sometimes that's
on
how
the
they,
ranch.
you know, sometimes that's how they're friends, and
That's what's up.
that's how the corridos actually come about and the realness in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. Eventually, you got these crazy ones that want to mess with them, like, "Hey, don't sing about them," or "Why you made a song about," you know. But overall, that's like 1 in a 10, you know.
I think Peso Pluma was the one that was told not to go. I think he canceled his show in Tijuana.
Well, yeah. The thing there is, they're good. Like the musicians are good. It's always the promoters that have the politics. So sometimes, for instance, if a promoter is playing for a certain team, the other guys don't want him to make money, but they know if they threaten him, that nothing's gonna happen. He's just not gonna be part of the concert. But if they threaten the artist, the city cancels the concert.
Oh shit!
So they
push the issue on them.
They always threaten the artist, so the city, it's a mandatory cancel. Once they threaten the artist,
So you're just jumping over the fool.
so he's like, oh, it's a way that event is from that promo. Yeah, fuck that fool, you know. So they'll put a
That's
manta.
right.
Even if Peso Pluma sings to the guys that he was threatened by, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
But it's not personal with him. It's street shit, you know.
Yeah, she's your homie.
Hey, you're cool. You can
you're
come
good
kick
with
it. You
your
know what I mean?
boy,
But
G.
you can't be working. We don't want those people.
We don't like
making money.
Don King over here, bro.
Yeah.
At that
So
point,
that-
I don't like him neither.
So yeah, I mean, there might be some instances where some musicians do get too comfortable with a certain team, and they even might think they're
I'm
from
part of
the,
that
you know, I'm
shit.
part of that, you know,
Yeah.
and like, you know, you've seen it in rap, you know, these fools that eventually they start gangbanging after
pay
their
for
friends.
gas.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. So sometimes when they threaten them, we know because it's like, well, you've been doing too much, but
you relax, fool.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to
So-
put a little smack on you.
Over there, it's like very serious because of the amount of money that some of these guys have and the amount of let's say military might they actually have, right?
Yeah, and I actually saw a clip from I think it was the what's that, Adam
22.
Yeah, there was a guy saying how in jail they're like cartels, they get punked or something like that. He was saying some shit like that.
Yeah, but as a troll,
I think he said something like that. No, I think he was using it as a marketing strategy and
Right.
stuff like that. But
The bald black dude.
There's some kind of truth to it, but at the same time, if you think about it, it's like these guys are making millions, bro. They're not gonna. They're fighting conspiracies, RICO cases. They're not gonna. You're here for stealing some cuadros or some shit. You know what I mean?
Get out the
You're-
way, fool.
Yeah, you're here
Yeah.
for something. I mean. Yeah, you're doing that, but he's not gonna, you know,
You're gonna
he's
be
not
more
gonna
messy.
lower to your level. Like,
Yeah.
look, I know some people allegedly out there that have gotten like big shipments stolen, and they don't even look for the guys. And you know why?
shit.
Because they're like, hey, wey, el dinero lo hago yo, perro. Like, I make the money. Like, these fools, they steal once, and they have to steal again to make money. I make the money.
Yeah,
you know
They
what I mean?
chalk it up as a
Yeah.
business loss.
Their business. Their business, man. You know what I mean?
shit.
It's almost like I got that to learn this shit with this.
Yeah,
fool.
I know some fools
Yeah.
that don't like violence at all, and they make like 1 or 2 million, you know, allegedly, you know, type shit. So they move like to like they don't even want that beat because
Get out the way.
a murder charge
fool,
where
fucks business up.
I'd rather keep making my
Yeah, you
millions,
fucking
but,
money
you know what I
up.
mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Why is it
and,
that?
and in jail is the same thing. Like, bro, you took my radio, you took my food. Okay, then so I could buy 10
Stupid.
radios, I could buy 10 phones. You know what I mean? So they don't really.
Yeah.
They got RICO. They're trying to sell houses out there for their wives to have money. You know what I
They
mean?
don't want
Like,
more attention on
yeah,
them, fool.
you're doing like your 10 years, 5 years. You know, I'm doing 25
Because
to
you
30.
kill some
Like,
fool over Nikes. Relax. fool.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think but I think he did it as a marketing. I don't think
Right.
because
Do those guys fear coming to America and doing time? Because
yeah, because they
aquí está cabrón.
yeah, they're gonna do the time out here, and I mean out there too. But out there, if you have money,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, be partying inside prison and shit like that. You know, you have
Shit.
that in some prisons. There's somewhere
Yeah.
not like the high power. You can't do shit. You might get a little this and that, but you don't really can't get a lot. And but I don't know, man. Lately, people would want to get extradited, you know, because they get the commissary. They don't got commissary out there, you know. They get
Yeah, pero si tienes lana, estás
they got the
bien.
deal, they got the drug program, they got the this program, they got the you know what I mean.
Right.
Eventually, those 30 years become 15 years.
Oh, so
know what I
you might
mean?
have action.
So you might, you know what I mean. So some people don't mind getting extradited, but because of the family, a lot of people rather just stay over there. You know?
Because
No way.
Chapo.
Yeah, because their family can't cross the vista.
that's
You know what I
true.
mean? So,
Okay.
so
Oh, yeah,
they
that's
just, you know,
right.
so all that just
They just
rather
fucks
stay
it
out
all
there.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it because Chapo's attorney is just like, dude, not the food. He's saying just deprived from human contact. When they send those, they like the big.
Yeah, well, he's in there with like spies and
Yeah,
like
80
the 9/11 dudes. and, like,
80X
all this,
Colorado, bro.
yeah,
Super
yeah.
isolated, man.
Well, that's. Do you notice that every?
But I mean, to be fair, like he's dug tunnels in like the
yeah, you-
high
you
security.
got
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair, like I don't want. You know what I mean?
Forever.
To be fair, that
Yeah.
he's escaped like 3 times
He's
from
lucky
like.
they didn't put him in space.
You know what I mean?
dog.
So
Put him on the ISS.
yeah, I
dog.
just want to be fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, is this guy we're
Actually,
talking about?
What's the story with his sons right now? Because I hear a lot of different stories. Did his sons end up like snitching on some guy, and that's what that whole crazy shit. I don't know how much you can delve into that part of it, but you know I hear many different stories. But do the feds have his sons over here now?
Well, they have 2 of them.
Okay.
One of them turned himself in with the dude that you're talking about.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And but I mean, it's very complicated because it's 2 families, right? It's his and the other family,
Right.
And
But they were one at once, no? Something
they
like
were
that?
united. Yeah, they were very close. They're like family ties and everything.
Right.
But like the guy they turned in, he's been turning in people forever. You know what I mean? I think they even blame him for and his son. He's like he's the most famous informant, and he wrote a book.
Oh,
You know what I
really?
mean? And supposedly he had permission from like the other guys, but I mean, you know what I mean? So I think these guys, they were just like saving it. You
It's
know what I mean?
that
They're like,
cutthroat, huh?
yeah. So
damn.
eventually, when they did it to him, now everybody's like, hey, traitors and this and that. But at the same time, it's like,
Is it
are
the
they,
same
or is
shit,
it just
homie?
part of the game? You know what I mean?
Right.
So now Luis Chaparro, which I shout him out, he's a good friend. He just pulled out a report that said that Chapo planned the whole thing. Like he was like, hey,
That's
bring,
what
bring my compadre, and you know, and you guys could say the same thing that
Yeah.
he did for his sons. He's like, hey, lo mismo, you know, you guys could get a good deal. I think the older sons didn't want to take the deal. They're like, fuck that, you know. But I think some of them did, and I think they're working their way behind the,
Damn, fool.
you know, with
That's
the
almost
lawyers.
like
and
what
all
we
that.
got going here with like the Epstein shit, where you have all this information on somebody, and when shit is the fan at the end. Now you got a cat that's just got like so much shit. You know?
Yeah, I mean, those 2 dudes know the whole history on organized crime in Mexico. I
trip.
mean,
Now, do you think that the government here in the United States works hand in hand? And this is my opinion. I believe that what they do is not that so much DA, but like the CIA will sit there and say, you know what, right now he's the jefe. He'll go for 10 years, and when he stops, you know what, he's gone because he's gonna get turned. I got another jefe.
We're gonna put him in.
But they know that shit's coming in, bro.
I mean, if it's on those levels, I can't imagine. But if you go to lower levels, I mean, in the border, there's a lot of like snitches that are working with like local police, and they do you just as Mexican police. I mean, I remember my sister was dating some dude that was involved in some shit. I guess he stole from a snitch actually, and the snitch took the cops to my house. And they went in there without order, without nothing. Way they
just
didn't
walk
give
right
you.
in,
Yeah,
too?
they just walked right in, and they went to the stuff, and they see nothing was in there. So and they left.
And that's just normal. Them just walking up in your crib like that.
Nah,
huh?
but that was San Diego, dog. That's in the
Oh,
U.S.
Shit, fool.
You know what I mean? This is not even in Mexico. This is in the U.S.
Ain't no way. And like you, who
And
you gonna tell?
my mom, she's a working. Yeah, she does everything new. She like we were telling like you could sue. You know what I mean? Like this is America. Like this
But could
shouldn't be
you?
happening. I mean, but yeah, she could because my mom doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like
But
she.
would it? Because I know, like a lot of times, like in those red light districts, for example, or vacation areas, that they try to keep it clean because they're not trying to fuck the money up and have the American shit come over. But like in a situation like that, if they're walking up in your crib in San Diego, if you sued, would it come back on you in a way, or are you kind of good?
Well, I mean, that's why my mom didn't want to pursue. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think we would be good because we don't have nothing illegal. Like if we had something illegal going on, well, yeah, you know, you want to keep it quiet. But if you don't, like. we could actually do this, but again, a lot of money with the lawyers and a lot of all this stuff. So my mom didn't want to go through all that stuff. But I mean, that's one of the instances where it's happened even here. Like you don't even gotta go CIA. That was the local police.
Local police.
Because his niche, he's a friend of he's from the neighborhood, so we know him. He went back at night and he was asking forgiveness to mom. He's like, hey, perdón, I know you know me and all this stuff, but your daughter's boyfriend, he's been like, I thought he had this shit hidden here and all this shit. You know what I mean? So like, but that's
That's fun.
they took my sister for like a petty ticket. They locked her out just for like some petty shit.
Whatever they could grab.
My older sister, she was asking for like, hey, you show me the warrant or
let me get the
something,
warrant.
and they didn't get her anything. Right? Just some
Mexico.
like straight like if it was Mexico. And this happened in
bro.
San Diego. You know what I mean?
You think that's fairly common?
I mean, yeah, because
Like
if
the
it happens,
boss,
if it happened to a house where nothing illegal is there, no investigation,
That's
no
true.
nothing, what, you know?
Yeah, and the confidence to just walk in. It's almost like you've
Yeah,
done
the
this a
confidence
shit
of
ton.
like showing up and like breaking into your house, like you know what I mean. Like if we're actually like treating my family like criminals, like my sister and my nephew, you know,
And they're
my
acting like
nieces
straight
and stuff.
cartel cats too at that
Yeah,
point.
and that's the local San Diego police way. You know what I mean?
And to your point, there's Operation Need for Speed where the CIA was doing all that. But bro, like if at a local level in San
That's what I'm
Diego they're
saying.
doing
It
that,
don't even need to be like on a CIA level. You know, they have their own snitches and they did us like some Mexico shit. You know?
Hey, if the cartels are making such a huge amount of money, are they putting anything back into the community? Like, because I remember Pablo Escobar, they loved him because he got all that, started building
Fixed
homes,
up the
started building
playgrounds.
homes.
If you're from the community, yeah, like the dude, the portrayal I used to work for, he was really like that. He fixed up the place we play, like the playground and the soccer place and all that. He would do, like if there was like a sick member of the family of the community stuff, he would pay for some bills. He was
That's right.
he was on that. Like, but a lot of these dudes, they're not from any community. You know, they're just some fools that made it. You know, in Tijuana, like Johnny Mitchell said, in other places you might have to be like a member of the family or something to kind of like get away of. But in Tijuana, if you're willing to take it, you know,
That's yours.
That's yours, way. So you don't have to be no family or nothing.
Like
a lot of them are, but
That's
but
cutthroat.
if you're down to take it, you can take it. You know,
How is Tijuana just one certain, like let's say family, or is it? Does it have like?
if you're speaking about like organizations,
Yeah.
it's three.
Oh, hay tres que están allí.
It's three, yeah.
And they each have a piece.
And they keep fighting, and they're always fighting, but they all have their own.
It's a gang war, but on a much higher level.
Yeah, even from the street level to the higher level.
Yeah, but
it goes way past.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So you think, like, have you noticed, because I know that you have this like whole new generation out and all these like new cats coming about, have you noticed like a big difference in the culture and how like especially like those power vacuums are affecting shit like that?
Well, like for instance in the border, they don't want to, you don't see these like 20, 30 cars filled with like guys with guns and shit. You don't see that in the border. Back in the days, in 2000, before 2008 and all that, because like one family ruled everything.
Yeah.
So everything was really under control.
tight.
Like everything was tight. Now, like, even the government might be considered another, because they're, you know, they're shiesty, they're cutthroat. So that's another one. So now, like everybody rides low key. Everybody, even the bosses, he might be by himself. I've seen like one of the bosses just at a stop sign. I was this way and he was coming that way, and he was driving
Just
solo.
chilling solo.
He was
like
driving
that?
solo. But that's how you get around. You know, you might be there might be a car following you that you can't even tell. You
So
know,
it might be more attention having people on you like that.
yeah. So people try to ride low key,
shit,
unless it's
fool.
like sometimes if they want to, they've done it. Like, but it'll be like him in a fancy ass car, and then you see a truck of like a truck
escort.
of military guys.
Yeah,
like a military truck.
Oh, shit.
You see the military Hummer.
Like
behind him.
shit, fool.
Yeah, with the military guys, you know, escorting him.
That kind of power.
Damn.
Sometimes
G
you will see.
presidential,
Sometimes
fool.
you will see the whole 20 Suburbans and like, but they'll look more like government.
Yeah.
They don't look like cartel.
gangster
they look
shit,
like government.
professional,
You know?
yeah. It's
And
the
it's a
president.
mix. Yeah.
Damn, fool.
Gordo, is it me or do the Mexican presidents fear the cartels?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Do the Mexican?
Presidents fear the cartels because the last one said, you know, abrazos, no balazos. The new one that just came in, she says that war's over. We're not fighting. Like and then you get a mayor who gets smoked or they get his head chopped off. That would be like somebody here in America saying, hey, there's no war on gangs, and then you have a gang in LA chop somebody's head up. And
Yeah,
mayor,
fucking
like,
Pelosi gets murked.
dude, that's a message.
That's
bro.
a war.
That is a message que estamos corriendo aquí. Am I wrong?
Yeah, and but I mean, it's very even like if I don't know. For instance, the Sinaloa cartel is not the same in Sinaloa as it is in Tijuana.
Right.
It works different. There might be the same bosses, but the board game is very different. Way. Yeah, so like a lot of Sinaloa dudes don't like to come to Tijuana because it's very hot. It's a lot of shit going on. It's a big ass city. Like
It's
a lot
a border
of cops.
city, bro.
It's
So
a
you
border
got-
city,
it's
so it's like
moving.
over there they're chilling. Right? Like the one family rules all, so everybody's chilling. You see guys with radios.
Yeah,
and
No,
all
pero
that
comfortable.
shit.
ahorita está cabrona ya.
Oh, ahorita está cabrón, but they get like that like every 10 years. We've been like that for like 25 years.
They're I mean, yeah, you guys stay active.
We stay active.
That's
you know what I mean?
right, I
Like
get
war
that.
stays going on.
Y'all
out
just
there,
got
you know what I mean?
motion. It's moving.
Yeah, and out there, right now they're going through it. It sucks, but over here, like we feel them. You know,
Yeah.
we get it. Like
Yeah,
we've been through that.
Yeah, I know how it is,
many
G.
times, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like now it's getting to home. You know, but usually like we out here is.
But what do you think a president will come on and say something like that? That
I think it's well, you got to remember the government before that, it was all war. It was the war against drugs, the war contra el narco, la guerra. So everything was militarized. Everything was, and then at the same time you had the Fast and Furious movement with they were giving guns to the cartels.
Yeah,
so
they
like,
were.
The
Yeah,
cartels
Need
had
for
these
Speed.
more fucking weaponry than the government.
Right.
So we're coming from a time of like a really like militarized country. So
It's just active.
so what's gonna get you votes when people are tired of that?
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're like, hey, ya, eso es del otro gobierno.
think it's real,
We're
though?
new. You know what I mean? We're not. Well, I mean, the government is doing its thing. They arrested They arrested
Yeah.
a lot of people. You know.
But they always do that shit. Get a couple casts here and there. Get some
Look,
smoke off.
the guys in the streets know that when elections are coming, you better
we
hide.
gonna lose.
man. You better hide because
Hey, fool, vacation shit,
they
get
need
outta
a
here.
trophy. They need a trophy. Way. So
okay.
if you're around, you
Get
don't.
outta
You
here,
know what I
G.
mean? So everybody knows around elections, around all that. You know, you better
tiempo,
dip,
güey.
güey. You
Está
better
cabrón.
dip. Ábrete, you know, go to vacations or something.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody knows that. And elections
Now,
get tough.
since Tijuana is broken up into 3 different segments, maybe 4, do you know like friends of yours that went full into the lifestyle from different areas, and how did you deal with that?
They
And
shot each other and all
Really?
that shit. Yeah. We've had to deal with that shit. Yeah. I mean,
That is what it is.
shit, man. I mean, I remember one friend he took care of another, and then I knew just from like through the
Grapevine.
through the grapevine. You know, I heard that this happened or whatever, and then I get a call from the living one, and he's like, "Hey, wait, you know, you heard about what happened to so and so and this and that." I was like, "Yeah, wait, that shit sucked," you know, whatever. Me knowing it was him,
Yeah.
but not saying anything. He was like, "Hey, wait, you trying to look for the dude that did it or what?"
Nah,
I got you, wait. He was
G.
like, "I got you, wait. You're trying to look for the dude that did it. Let me know, wait. You know,
Fool, we found him, dog.
But
He
I
called me.
was like, no, but he was wanting to see
What
if I
a
was gonna do something to me too. You know what I mean?
Shit,
So
damn.
I'm like, nah, wait, you know, I'm not even into the war way. You know, I'm just just out here making money. But I'm still sad though. Like, you know, if it happened to you, I still be sad, but I still understand. You know, we're all fucking out here.
That's a
So
slick,
you know what I
that's
mean?
slick right there,
So I was
G.
telling him like, yeah, but it's just
Yeah,
real
yeah,
way. It's just
yeah,
real.
of
Like they're
course.
both homies. Way. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? So I told him like, hey, wait, if the day happens to you, if it happens to you, like I'll be sad too. Way. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's
It ain't
nothing I
me,
can really
fool.
do. You got
Yeah.
your beefs. He
Yeah.
had his beefs. Way. Like, I have my beefs. You're not gonna
Yeah.
help me with my beefs. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fool, yeah.
So it, like,
esta es la vida que estamos viviendo.
that's the
Pretty
life.
much, right?
I mean, yeah. But
That's a trippy call to get, though.
and he's
fool.
still my friend to this day.
No way.
And he-
Have
and
you brought
he's-
it up, though, and asked him? Like,
Allegedly,
that
allegedly.
Call, allegedly, yeah.
He was on my live last night.
No,
We never
fool.
spoken about that, but he
But we
knows and
both
I
know.
know.
Yeah, it's like, all right, fool.
We don't need to
We
talk.
good now,
Hey,
G.
give me. We out here in Los Angeles, we call it calentadas, fool. All right, when a homie messes up and he's got to get disciplined.
time, fool.
Now the younger generation will call it DP.
DP, fool.
Right?
Which I don't like that
calentadas.
shit,
Well,
dog.
We call it la tabla.
La
bro.
tabla.
Okay.
Tabla, güey.
Talk to me about la tabla, fool. Come on, give me the
You
story.
see, like a paddle. What do you call it? Like
Yeah, paddle.
Yeah, that's what you get.
No
Yeah,
way.
I don't know if you've seen the videos, but if you fuck up, you get the tabla. We got corridos talking about the tabla. People made it for like now it's like, oh, tabla. You know what I mean? Like
You get
even sometimes I fuck
disciplined.
around with the fans, be like, hey, everybody share. Whoever doesn't share tabla, you know?
No
what I mean?
way,
I don't
fool.
I don't do
The
a
homie
tabla,
brings
but
it
I
out real
mean,
quick.
we just talk shit, but
That's
it
a
got to that
Damn,
point.
yeah,
That's the calentada, and it's
yeah.
just basically. You
So-
get
so
you
what-
get your hands
what-
tied up
what-
in a car or something. They'll
what
pull
would
your
you
pants
do-
down and they'll.
What would you do that'll get you a
fool.
tabla?
Fuck.
I mean, it depends.
Let's call the kids. They're under the tabla.
Yeah,
fool.
this is how you don't get it.
For instance, in Sinaloa, you have the guys that check, the punteros that are supposed to be checking where the cops are going and stuff. Sometimes they have them working at night that they might fall asleep.
Oh, so you slacking.
Oh shit.
So if they find you falling
got gallo.
asleep,
Yeah, you gonna stay awake now.
There's all kinds of TikToks now too where they find them asleep. They're like, hey, wake up, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh shit, oh yeah, in the radio, and they're like, valiste verga, you know what I mean? Otro video,
Just wake the fool up with it.
Oh, I'm gonna search that TikTok for the tablas,
Oh,
fool.
for sure,
And then
bro.
one of the guys said, like, one of the guys commented, or some anonymous, he said the first one they cried, the second one they pee, the third one they shit themselves.
Also, they fucking whacked them up, fool.
And it just escalated.
Well, it's
The
either
fool
that
got
or,
bold.
either that or get the DP, fool.
Fuck. Well, nah, I might take the DP at that point.
Hey, are any of those parties that either you've heard of or actually seen yourself, like as extravagant as you see on these narco shows where they're throwing una boda or maybe a quinceañera, like one of these vatos that's really balling out?
Yeah, I mean, there's levels, but there's definitely that, man. There's definitely the parties with fucking Julian Alvarez and whoever, this and that, like all the most extravagant people, like all that shit. It's football players and all kinds of shit, art.
Yeah, I'd imagine they fly people out.
I mean, even out
actors.
here, out here, like, for instance, I think this is well known because he says it in his corridos. The guy that passed away a few months ago that had his restaurants out here and stuff.
Okay.
He used to party a lot with Mayweather,
No way.
A lot. He, like, Mayweather would pull up to him and he, like, in this story that they told, like, his friends and
Well, I imagine they like that shit,
They
no?
told me they're like, cause he was a big spender, way. So, like, I mean,
He's keeping up with them
yeah,
ballers.
out here, like, I mean, I had some friends one time that they came out here to party, and they were like throwing like their 10, 45,000, 50,000.
Just fucking it off.
And fucking these dudes, like Mayweather showed up with some other dudes, and like
it's
they throw like
40.
$500,000 or something. Shit, I mean, like
So now they're going at
200,000.
it.
So some fucking, they were like, hey, wait, no, I have a little 90,000 on my bag, and I was selling for you.
Put it on 90,000, bro.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I usually look good here.
There's
fool.
levels. There's levels.
Fuck.
And it's funny because on that story, the guy that had a little 90,000, now he can do.
Now he can do that
do
kind.
the other
Hey,
kind.
hey,
Now
Mayweather,
he
come
can-
back,
This
fool.
was like 8 years ago, and now he can definitely.
Now the guys that are out there working, having point, driving these guys around. What kind of money are they really making? Are they making like baller money or just
Who,
barely
like,
getting by?
Like low-level cats,
Well, a lot of them aren't even looking for like a bigger paycheck. You know what I mean? They're just doing it as a hustle. So some of them have like the regular job, and then they'll do like a little this and that just for a little.
So they getting by a little bit.
Phone bill or like the rent bill or some shit. Like,
what
you know
a
what I mean?
trip.
So it's a little. This, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it costs you your life.
Yeah, you're a little pocket change.
If you're that low level, not really. I mean,
Really?
if you're just like a driver and just drive. I mean, the drivers, they find the guys, the more low key ones, the ones that cross every day, the ones that don't have nothing to do with the life. That way they.
It's just a bunch of moving parts in this whole thing.
Yeah. So like those parts might not even. But if you're like, if you're in the connect, like if you're in the trap house, those dudes. They call them the pollitos de colores, which is like you seen the back then in the feria and the fair in Tijuana in Mexico, they used to sell these little chickens that were painted. They were in colors, and they never lasted. Like by the time you got home, they were dead. So they like all the low levels, like the conectas and puteros, they call them pollitos de colores because they got.
Cold,
That's
bro.
cold, G. And you know that, and you sign up for the job.
That's cold, bro.
But that's how you start. If you make it, if you make it past there, you make it past there. You know what I
That's
mean?
the game, huh? You make it past that shit. Like, este güey está cabrón.
I mean, if you're the smart one, you're gonna be able to. Okay, I can.
But hay unos güeyes que
this.
nomás andan ahí que.
There's some fools that are just. I mean, some fools are just getting paid with fucking meth. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, straight up. So
They're
like,
pawns.
Yeah,
They're just pawns in the game.
Yeah,
They're
and
just filtering that shit out, dude.
yeah, I mean, some of these fools that do the shooting stuff, they're just meth heads getting paid with
straight
meth
up.
and shit.
I mean,
like
same
that,
as out here.
Yeah,
pay
but
some
over-
And
fool.
also, if they get caught, we'll just leave them there.
Fuck
you know?
it.
He's a smoker. I got 10 more back
Exactly.
here.
Exactly.
mental health.
Shit. When it comes to like some of these places looking, is there young men that are looking to be like sicarios, hitmen, or is it somebody who eventually they see this fool's a little bit of a fool? Let me go talk to him. How does that kind of?
Or they make them become that shit.
Yeah.
Put them on.
Nah, I mean, I think it's just the same like as in gangs. You have the guys that want people to be like, yeah, you know, come join this, and then you have those like, hey, wait, you know, don't do this shit. You know what I mean, like, don't fucking.
You don't want this.
Yeah, you don't want this exactly, you know, and that's kind of like even like the message I put, even after we have like some cool stories or something like that, the message is always the same. Don't do this, you know. Like
for sure.
They're telling these stories like in jail, you know. They're telling these stories after they did 15 years.
Yeah,
you know?
so don't if this is your life experience, and maybe some you may giggle when you're telling it, but you are living through things.
Yeah, I mean,
know?
even when you're in, if you done time, you know, jail sucks. But there were some times where you had.
It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, you were tired of being sad. Eventually, nothing's forever. Eventually, you're gonna be tired of being sad. You're gonna be tired of being mad.
And that's
Eventually,
only when you get to it, no?
You're gonna have a little good time, you know. So that's kind of like the parts that show. But eventually, there's a lot of like fucked up.
Are some of these guys investing like where they can transition over from the criminal life over to the
Hell yes.
you know, because they're not wanting their kids to do this.
No.
In this
Some of them
generation,
do. Some of them do. I mean, but yeah, everybody wants a legit business. You know, everybody wants that. But I mean, it's hard for the guys that started in that. You know, I mean, maybe their family members can continue being legal.
right.
Yeah, the next generation. But once you start in that, and once you know, like,
You're too rude.
well, I mean, yeah, I can live good with my 5 businesses. I got this building, whatever. But I mean,
I'll make
I
that
can make
tomorrow,
a
fool.
money. I can make $1 million. And then,
I'll make that tomorrow.
But
fool,
Yeah,
like,
you know what I
you
mean?
think also though they get addicted to the lifestyle.
Yep.
and also like you're kind of in the middle. Like there's always money in there.
mix, homie, you're in the
There's always
mix.
like so like I don't know if you get like $1 million of worth of merchandise fronted. And then you keep doing that for like a month. Eventually, like there's a lot of people making money with you. They're not gonna want you nothing to happen to you. You know what I mean? They don't want you to leave. You know?
That way.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's that way. He's like,
He's moving
feeds a lot
weight.
of
he's a
people,
golden boy.
fool.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's feeding.
So there's a lot of golden boys like that. You know?
How big is the marijuana trade nowadays? I would think it's not that big because, especially in California, because we got so much legal weed over here.
Yeah. If anything, I've heard like the people that still do it, they send it to like the states where it's not legal. You know, where they can make some money.
No
and stuff
way,
like that.
yeah.
Out here, if anything, they bring the stuff from here to there, which I was like,
I mean, what about
I started
fentanyl?
doing that. I started
No
doing
way.
like the weed, like bringing American weed out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big
That's
pothead.
a good move.
I was a big pothead and I was just always smoking. So my friends eventually were like, hey, wait, can you bring me some tomorrow from the dispensary? And, and I just started getting all kinds of shit. I got all the first time patient deal, and I got and
That's
eventually
right, the first time patient.
and then it was funny because at the same time I started selling to a lot of musicians. I started selling weed to a lot of musicians. So my friends had passed away, so I was trying to get out the life for like I was kind of sick of it a little bit. So maybe not out the life, but like be more a little.
Calm down a little.
And I'm not gonna say I went from one day to another, but that's when I started going like
You
know
started
what I mean?
transitioning,
Some
doing the
shit
right
still
thing.
happened, some crazy shit still happened through the years, but eventually I was.
You're working
I
your
was
way over
I
here.
was working to out. I was getting more with the musicians. You know, I got more into the music industry and all that, and selling weed, like you said, nobody really pays attention to that because at that moment they didn't really know how much money you could make. American weed, you know. That's,
But you were doing the opposite. You were taking it over there.
yeah, but I was making money out there because it's still a $15 gram, dog. You know, it's still a $250 ounce. You know,
those oils
it's not
out
the
there?
$20 Reggie ounce. Now you know what I mean?
Shit,
So
bro.
I'm making money like that, and now I'm friends. Like at the same time, we're growing. Like this is when I'm like 24, 2014, or something like that. So my friends that are. They're also making their way up.
Yeah.
So we start meeting on the
Start
way.
moving it,
One day I go to a club and he's like,
That's
hey,
right.
I meet one of the homies, the guy I had the phone call with, and he's like, hey, wait. He had like 5 dudes with him. He's like, hey, wait, we're partying out there at the VIP. I want to introduce you to my boss. And at that moment, I was like, oh, he's probably just
Flexing.
yeah, so like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll be right there. So yeah, eventually I go and I meet the boss, which eventually now is one of the
They sound,
but I met them all there and stuff, and we're all. They were starting in that. I was starting to get away, but in the music business. But they're all my age.
you're watching them grow
They're
up
all
in
like
things,
2 or
yeah.
3 years younger, or 2 or 3 years
They're all
older.
climbing up that path.
So
that
we're
life.
all,
You're watching it.
we're all leaving,
Yeah.
we're all living our lives and shit, and we're all growing at the same time. So
But they know what they're doing at this point. They know what they signed up for. Ahorita ya saben, güey.
now they've been. I mean, at
Right?
those moments, they were already like that. We're 24 at that moment. They've been. I was 19 when I was in the MCC. Way, so ever since we were 17, 18, the whole transition of the tag banging switched to the cartel thing. Like nobody wanted tag anymore after that. Everybody was.
That's over with.
Everybody's making money or shooting. or
Religion, cartel religion. Is that something that they really practice?
yeah, man. Everybody has their beliefs.
And is it different?
Either the Santeria, like the Cuban stuff, or the Santa Muerte, or just plain God. Everybody believes in God, even if they pray to like the Cuban and they do all the rituals. They're like, yeah, but I know there's a God.
Yeah.
Like, they all tell you that. They're like, I know there's a God, and I know I believe in this and that, but I know there's a God.
But
so
if that's
they kind of create their own little thing. You know what I mean?
See, that's what I was saying. 'Cause, like, I know in Peru, like they're like fanatical on some of their shit with their religion, right? Like, and in Tijuana and shit, do these people, although they believe in God, is it kind of like what we would understand as like the religion, or is it kind of like a different thing for them? You know what I mean?
Well, it depends who they worship. You know, if they do the whole Cuban thing, they all do their like rituals and stuff like that. They take it serious, but they might also like
Is it like voodoo, the Cuban stuff, or no?
I don't think it's voodoo. No. No, I think that's a whole
Is it
different thing.
Santeria voodoo or no?
No, it's like it's a whole different thing. Like I have a podcast with Conejo. He breaks down really good, but it's kind of like what Conejo does. You know what I mean? It's like his whole thing. Yeah. So
but I think the Santeria is like the roots is like African, no?
It's African, and it's a lot of talking to your ancestors. I believe it's a lot of like believing, like not believing, but like talking to your dead and like your ancestors and stuff like that. It's just being in tune with it. It's a lot of that.
I saw you on a podcast with El Calderon. He was actually supposed to come in like maybe a year ago or something, but he called me and I was like, bro, I'm in Big Bear, and I was like, aquí estoy, güey.
He's always busy, güey.
He's always busy. No, for sure, bro. I even thought about it. No, I can't come back from a family vacation. Go. No, but talk to me about that guy. Where did you guys hook up and be in, and give us a little story on him?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's in the total opposite side of the thing. He was always like a police, and he was he was state police. He was a state police. Yeah. So the first time I seen him was on Joe Rogan. I think that's where everybody's seen him the first time. Yeah,
that's what I saw.
I mean, just having somebody speak on Tijuana on Joe Rogan,
that's a trip,
it was big. Yeah, I was like, oh shit. And then he went into some stuff where I was like, oh shit, like, and that also sparked something, because I was like, okay, there's a market for this. Like, we're special around the whole. You know what I mean? Our life experiences is very different from like everybody. So I started realizing like, okay, that's cool. So I started following him and stuff like that, and yeah, we just hooked up for. We met the day we did the video with Johnny. So that's the day we personally met, but we talked on. He started seeing my podcast too. He started seeing my what I was talking about and stuff, and he was like, "Hey, wait, I like your shit." And yeah, we
two sides of a coin right there.
Exactly, yeah. And Johnny Mitchell wanted to do this collab with us of just going to Tijuana and like covering both sides of the coin. You know, the police side stuff. And so I took him to my hood. I took him to Los Altos, and then I took him to like. I remember after being in Los Altos, I would tell him like, "Hey, wait, we should go to Zona Norte, which is like one of the most. It's right next. Is the area that surrounds Hong Kong and all those places.
Oh shit!
So it's that
grimy.
Yeah, I've walked through that spot.
It's grimy. It's grimy. And that's some of the places I grew up with. So I was like,
oh shit!
I told like, hey, wait, I have some childhood friends that run like one of the oldest trap alleys ever there, and they're like my cool homies, and I think you're gonna get some good footage. And I remember we got there, and Johnny kind of asked Ed like, "Hey, wait, should we record here?" And Ed was like, "Bro, I can't even get the permit to come in here." He was like, you should definitely take advantage. So once we get there, and he just starts seeing how everybody's like, "Hey, go on the better." Like, "Hey, wait," they closed the trap just to give us a walkthrough, and then we like, they were
all the way, fool.
Yeah, they just fucking hospitable as fuck. Yeah.
When you said that, like, I used to go to TJ like once a month for a while, right? I got my teeth done out there and all kinds of shit. I love to gamble and shit, bro. So I used to pass through that all the time, dog. And I would dress, some fool put me on game one time, because I used to go in like what I thought was like dusty sweats and a dusty sweat. I'm being low key. And some fool's like, "Hey, bro, like, I know you're trying to be low key, but you're broke and hard, bro." And I was like, "Oh, bro."
Yeah, when you're an outsider, you can't hide that, bro. You can, wait.
So as I'm walking through, it's like a strip mall section. And my dumbass just makes like a left and goes through this back door. And right away, I'm in like this alley.
Yeah.
And it's like a hood. I've never experienced a hood in an alley, fool. And I'm mobbing through this shit thinking like, "Ain't that deep? Let me just walk through." This motherfucking shit went up forever, dog.
Oh, like Callejón?
And there's like windows up top and shit. Look at I'm starting to tweak out. Like, nah, gee, I gotta, my phone don't got signal.
Welcome to Tijuana, huh?
Full homie, nah, gee, welcome to another world. Tijuana, homie, I'm out of here, dog.
So that's the inside Tijuana.
So now let's talk about your podcast, man. How did that come about? You know, were you doing it in the whole thing?
Well, I mean, like I said, I started getting involved with the musicians, the local music, and I always like corrido. The same, we're all fans. We're out there. We're all fans of music. We all have live music every time for our parties, for everything. So we just love that shit. Eventually, I started getting into it, just just to get my homies like some corridos and like because they just passed away and stuff like that. And eventually I meet my really close friend from Codiciado. He's like a famous singer. He's doing very well now. And but he was barely like making his way up. And we just clicked on and we became really good friends to this day. He's one of my best friends, and I kind of started teaching him the history on rap and hip hop. I told him like, hey, wait, what's happening? What happened in hip hop is gonna happen in the corridos because it's urban. It's something different. Like I think hip hop already decided to speak. It's not really finding where to go now. You know, right now it still is like that. You know. And I was like, everybody's looking over here. Yeah, it's gonna be looking over here because And I told him like, because my friend has swag, like he liked to dress nice and shit. But whenever he got to sing, he wore those suits that everybody wore. You know, the sombrero. So I was like, hey, wait, if you take that out and you just come out like with your swagness, like you're the only one that could pull it off because all these fools are like señores. You know, they can't start all of a sudden, like start rocking like younger shit. So, we got fucking high on acid one time, and I told him, like, the whole story. Like, I even translated some Kendrick songs. We watched some fucking A$AP Rocky videos, and I just told him, like, how it's, like, deeper, the music, like, the meanings and, like, the artistry, the creativity, the videos and all that. And he introduced that to the Regional Mexicano, and he just fucking popped, Like, all these guys you see now, Nathanael and all them. Yes. I remember like because I was his secretary almost, right? I was there with the meetings. I was there everywhere. Oh shit! So they would be like DMing like, hey, wait, mi respeto, like everybody was trying to look because he broke that, he broke. Now we got like they took it somewhere else, He was that yes. He put that like his foot in, and then they took it to another level, But that's why everybody gives props to my friend. Just
they took it to world stardom.
And the people around us, they knew the part I played in that. So like behind the scenes and in the shit, a lot of people like started fucking with me and shit like that. And I was always been a fan of like ever since I was on probation, like back in 2010, 11. I was just sat on my computer and watch like try to catch up on like all this music I used to listen to, like Dr. Dre and everything. Like I wonder what they up to, Yeah. I remember Dr. Dre had the pharmacy in our heart radio. I remember Snoop Dogg was doing. Not even the GGN news yet. He was just live streaming on a Tuesday, smoking weed on Facebook and DJing.
Oh, those were the funniest things.
Yeah, and I would watch it because I was like, okay, that's cool. So even satellite radio, Opie and Anthony. I'm a big fan of comedy with like Patrice O'Neal and all that.
Patrice is the GOAT.
Tough Crowd, The Green Room, all that. So I started getting sucked in and all that since very back in the day. Like Joe Rogan and all that.
Have you ever heard of Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yeah,
Kill Tony?
Yeah, all that.
That's my shit, bro.
And so. Just kind of having this knowledge of like the content and American content eventually reaches to like other countries.
Hell yeah.
I started thinking like, hey, wait, somebody should do like a podcast because I was a big fan of Drink Champs. So I was like, if we do this in Mexican, like in a little cantina or something, with like you know what I mean, like just Mexican it up, I think it would work, But nobody watched podcasts weren't popping in Mexico, so like. I already knew a couple like influencers on the Mexican music and shit like that, and I was like, hey, wait, you should do. I wanna produce you this show, And I would actually sit them in my house and play them Drink Champs and be like, hey, wait, something like that, whatever. And they're watching like, hey, wait, this is dope, but I think you should do it. Way they're like, I think they're like, you're the ones with the connect, you're the one that what I mean. And I was like. Nah, because I was still coming from that. So no cameras, I'm from that.
Taboo.
I'm from that. No way. I mean, no me grabes. I'm from all that. So like,
you look away when the camera comes out.
Yeah. So at that point, I was like, no, wait, I don't want to do it. Like I want to be behind the scenes. So yeah, nobody wanted to do it, and then COVID hits, and then once COVID hit. Podcasts started popping in Mexico big time. So
no way.
Yeah, so that's when I was like, oh, that's dope. Because now people are getting educated on how to listen to, listen to long ass formats of conversation shit. Like people weren't used to that in Mexico till like podcasts started coming out there.
Damn.
And that's and shit started like people were hitting me up like, hey, well, ya viste, like shit, they're doing it. What you were trying to do.
It's
like,
your time, fool.
Yeah, they were understanding it now, and I'm like, and now I'm trying to get like the help to do it. Like even my friend like to create some help and anything, but. I don't know shit about any of that. You know what I mean? I'm still in the music industry. I'm still trying to get my friend like to pop and just helping him out and stuff. And but yeah, eventually it just got to a point where like, hey, well, you know what? I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, I eventually got out of like, I got enough away so where I was like, hey, wait, fuck it. A lot of people knew me because I was Codiciado blew up real big, and people know I'm his close friend. So like, I kind of got that little side fame.
And you're good.
Yeah, and people started fucking with me like that, and they just followed me like on my own. And then every time we met somebody. My friend, he's a little special, he's more of a rock star thing. So every time they like another artist or rapper came through and shit, Well, my homie was more quiet and shit, but I was always the one like, hey, well, you need anything? You want to smoke and shit like that?
Yeah.
So they would always fuck with me. And
Of
now
course, yeah.
I made these friendships with all these people
That's
now,
right.
and they fuck with me.
Yeah,
Besides,
you network.
I
Yeah,
network.
straight
So
up.
now that they start seeing me doing the podcast, they were like, hey, wait, that's dope. So now they're coming to fucking.
Let me hop on.
They're supporting.
Yeah,
They want
that's
to talk
what's
to
up.
me. They don't want to talk to like whoever I want to. Nah, they want to talk to. You know
let me
what
go
I mean?
out at you, G.
So
That's
now
what's up.
started doing that and all that, and then I got put to the concrete and doing the Mark Gagnon.
Yeah, those are huge podcasts, bro.
Hell yeah.
And eventually like I saw there was a market for like cartel stories and all that shit, you know what I mean?
Hell
and,
yeah.
and that's how you know a lot of people these too. Like even the musicians, they seen me at these parties with these people, you know what I mean? So it's that whole everything is a what do you call it? Like a full circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
So now we get to now, and now I'm doing podcasts with Cartel. Sometimes.
So you know it's a trip, bro. Like another kind of like assumption people might make. What is your audience? Is it more so like active fools and fools from a lifestyle, or is it more so fools that are like not involved at all in that type of shit? Just curious.
Both,
Yeah.
both, because I have just because the music side and all the music fans and all that, but also a lot of people that are interested in that life but are too scared to do it.
Of course, yeah.
But I have a lot of active people watching me. They just fuck. I'm that
You're
guy
the
that
voice
they
for
want to
it.
watch.
Yeah.
In a way, you know. Like,
Have you ever had anybody like comment some crazy shit?
Yeah. I usually the most crazy is like some like threats, you know, like
Yeah.
hey, wait, we're gonna catch you, whatever, this and that. But look, me coming from the life, like I've been threatened like real threats before, like at least 3 times, and it's never on a comment.
On the
level.
live, fool?
It's
Come on,
never.
G.
It's never on a. It's never on a. It's never in some public place.
Nah,
It's always
fool.
a phone call straight to your number.
Yeah, you
That you know
fucked
how
up,
they
G.
got your number. It's always through the signal, the Trema or whatever
That's
these
the
apps
scary
that we
part,
use.
yeah.
That or homie, they're like, hey, wait, they're asking about you.
Fuck that.
You know, I've had this. I've been in sit downs. I've been in sit downs where I don't know if I'm gonna make it out. You know what I mean? I've been in those kind of shit. So when now that I'm playing this YouTube game and all that, I can
Like,
really
get outta here, G.
I can
Yeah,
really
yeah.
filtrate who's really and who's
Yeah.
not. You know what I mean? And especially because there's a lot of active people watching. Like, I gotta watch what I say also.
Yeah.
And, you know, but also like I know that these people will call me through somebody I know because I'm connected like that.
Yeah.
I'm like one person away from this guy.
Yeah,
or,
they
you
can
know
get
what I
that
mean?
number.
They easily,
You know, yeah,
easily.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't really like. I have fun with. To me, the social media is like fucking going in Call of Duty
But
or,
it's a fake
or
world.
GTA.
Exactly,
perro.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I
yeah.
just go in there, try to make my points. You know, trying to get
Yeah.
whatever. So people talking shit. I like my friend, the Codiciado dude, and I have this other friend, Adrián Marcelo, which is really famous right now in Mexico. They've been hating. They got a lot of haters. They just have a lot. They just get a lot of hate.
So you catch some of that flag in the comment?
No. I've been with them. I've been with them in the streets. They've never gotten a hater in their faces.
Of course
like all the
not.
shit that goes on the line, it's never in your
It's
face.
easy behind the phone.
It's never like a person.
Yeah.
And these dudes, like actually, like at least I'm kind of like more low, like cool vibes. You know, I can take. You know, I can take. You know, I'm more chill.
Yeah, you could hang out
I'm
with
more
this
crazy
fool.
than these fools, but I'm more chill.
But
you
you're
know
not
what I mean?
a present.
Yeah, but these dudes get a lot of hate, and all the time that I was with him, like even Codiciado, all these years, we never got a hater on our faces. Like all those comments of him talking shit about him, there was never one in there. So now I know, like I've been side.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, look, wait, if somebody's gonna threaten me, I know how it's gonna work. You know what I mean? I even show my.
This is what it looks like.
I had some screenshots from like back in the day where some dude was asking about me, and my homie screenshot it, and he's like, hey, wait, they're asking about you, whatever. And I told the guys that were like, because they were like, hey, wait, you never scared? Like I got a group chat with all my fans, like core fans.
Yeah.
And they asked me
That's
like,
what's up.
hey, wait, you never scared? Like all these comments, I seen some comments yesterday, whatever. And I told them like, look, wait, I'm gonna show you. Like, and I
This is
showed
what it
them
looks
the
like.
street. I was like, when it's real, it's like this.
Fuck.
And it was pictures of me in the chat, and they were like, hey, you know this dude, whatever. And my homie's like, yeah, that's my friend. What's up? So like, you know what I mean? So I told him like, that's when it's real. Like they're not gonna comment way. They're not gonna want everybody to know.
That's called dry snitching.
As long as I know, that's all they care. You know what I mean?
And dude, how much scarier and shittier is that to get a call and just be like, hey, we fucked up.
Bro, you get the bubble guts. You know, they say you get the you know? Or like when the steakhouse, you see them in the back of you, you're like, oh, you know what I mean? You start getting the bubble guts. You're like,
yeah, your stomach hurt now. You gotta shit yourself.
I hope I get a tabla, fool.
You're like, oh,
I hope I get a tabla, fool.
Please, I'll come up there like this. Go ahead. And let me
Yeah.
ask you a question though, bro, because something you said that did interest me, and it really spoke a lot to me, right? you know, growing up, I had my own little knucklehead issues, you know, and I say all the time that stoicism and philosophy kind of saved my life, dog. So when you said you're into philosophy a lot, that sparked an interest. Like on my hand, that says Amor Fati, which is a quote by Marcus Aurelius. That's like the father of stoicism, right? So, hey, you familiar with Marcus Aurelius?
A little bit.
All right, cool. So, like, what I wanted to ask too is, like, I don't know how familiar you are with stoicism, but in philosophy or stoicism, who are some of the cats that you like to, you know what I mean?
To be honest, I don't. I would mess up the names, but there's I think it's Nietzsche or something like that.
Oh, you know Nietzsche?
There's dude like what's this other guy's name? I just don't memorize them, but
some of them got crazy names.
The thing is, what I read or watch YouTube videos on is people that know a lot about it.
Yep.
And that's my way in. Yeah, because they break it down, because these books are hard to read. Right? If you don't really, you know what I mean, it's hard to read. So I'll see like one dude. And then I always watch a dude that talks shit about this dude to kind of have like a
devil's advocate.
So
that's good, bro.
That's kind of how I get my thing. So I mean, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot to all that shit. But I mean, on the names and stuff like that, if you name him, I'd be like, him too. There's a guy right now that talks like stutters a lot.
Jordan Peterson?
No.
Stutters a lot. Is he German? Is
that guy.
Okay,
yeah. Him and
that dude has a funky name.
Yeah, and even like these other dudes, like Richard Dawkins, and
Dawkins
even, like, he plays that other part.
Also, all right,
he plays that other part, dog, which makes a lot of sense to it. But I think it's a compliment or everything.
What a trip, bro.
So I fuck with that a lot, man.
No, it's dope, and it's dope that you know to kind of look at the other side, because a lot of times we just get caught up on some shit we like, and we just reinforce that, bro.
Yeah,
and you gotta challenge it.
Yeah, you always gotta listen to the guy that's talking shit about the guy you like. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna show you another side of the guy you like that you probably didn't.
Or it might even show you that you right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Which is better. You know, which is better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, so El Bordo is
the border, but it's really this area next to the fence, and all these hoods that are next to the fence. That's basically the area where they say, if you say El Bordo, they know it's close to the fence. So my neighborhood, all those neighborhoods, Zona Norte, Hong Kong, you know, it's like 3.
Yeah.
You know, so all those neighborhoods.
He knows it well.
Yeah, if I was ducking your area, if I was like, I don't belong here, G.
I owe some money.
Yeah, I wish I knew you then.
So it's all that area, but I mean, even Mexicali is a border, you know. All the border, it's border.
Now, one more on the question of the jefes. People seem to think they have certain looks now. Yeah, here you go. Oh, yeah, you got one right there, bro. Actually, put the phone number up there, Chris. We're going to start taking some phone calls right here pretty soon. Yeah, that's the house lighter, fool. Así no se lo roban, güey. Así no se lo roban, güey.
You got the little stump.
Nah, you can't put that shit in your fuck.
Nah,
shit here, bro.
Nah.
So, is there a certain look? Because some people think, que se tal. Do they come in all shapes, all sizes? Could you walk by somebody who's, I mean, on some super high level shit that guy can literally say, hey, just give somebody a nod and you're gone? Do they just look like regular people?
Like you wouldn't know you sitting right next to him?
Yeah, because you guys probably sat next to him here in LA and you probably didn't even know him.
I bet, yeah.
Those guys try to be low key as fuck. I mean, there's obviously those guys that you're gonna see like where you're like, this dude's never worked a day in his life. You know, how did he afford that big ass chain? You know, you could tell sometimes, but a lot of these dudes, they just want to be low key, right? They look like regular. They look like regular dudes. You know, hair to the side. You know, good clothing.
Scary ass regular fool to fuck around with.
Yeah, and that's why people like
and fuck around and find out.
That's why when gangsters and like speak about them, they're like, oh, this fool, I'll knock this fool out, whatever. Like, you will, but you don't make $1 million a month like this. So it's different. I mean,
there's levels to this shit because that is super gangster. Like, in other words, with the Godfather, you're not gonna go beat. Yeah, I can go beat up the Godfather. Let's say I go back. Yeah, I'm gonna suck the Godfather.
Or are you gonna ask him for a fade? You know what I mean? Like,
that's the low level street stuff that people think is super gangster. Like, you're not gonna go to Bezos and say, "I'll suck you up." Like, no, for nobody. No, on that.
I mean, on another note, there's the violent part, like of the cartel.
Oh, see,
those dudes are about it.
Oh,
like those dudes, I have a friend. Shout out to the homie Taliban. He did like 12 years or something, but
wild name, G.
And then he got it out there, and you don't want to know how he got it, but he got it out there, and he started very young, and he had his own team of like armed fools and shit like that. Yeah, exactly. So that fool, like, he don't drink, he don't smoke, nothing. But he's been sober all his life, but
he gets his high a different way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So him, he was involved in the violent part of the cartel. So when he got to jail, he was a paisa, but he had like fools with him. He's like, hey, wait, you. So
Bro,
you know what I mean?
bro.
He took that shit inside. So there's that side. You know, he might not he didn't make $1 million out there, or
I'll show you how to run it.
yeah, he didn't he didn't make a lot of money maybe out there, but he was definitely
Yeah,
a
yeah,
hotline.
yeah, shit, G.
Hotline.
Yeah.
Tony, it's past your bedtime. What's going on, Tony?
Hey, fool.
Talk to me, brother.
Hey, El Gordo, fool. Hey, I'm always in your
That's my
life, fool. I spell my name Toeknee, like Tony.
Okay.
I'm always in your life, fool. Fucking, I don't know if you remember, I was like, hey, tell him Tony with the Blazers sent you.
Yeah, I think I remember that comment that Tony. Yeah, but you know I get a lot of comments with. So.
You don't remember, fool. You don't remember, Tony.
Yeah.
He don't remember,
He's
Tony.
so nice to you right now,
Yeah, he
bro.
don't remember.
But I remember like that guy Albert Flores, Brian Fierro, that's my fan, Christian Ramirez. Anyway, definitely.
Yeah. Tony.
I recognize some of
Tony
those.
told me about you.
Oh, fool. Anyway, hey, I ever since I saw your interviews, fool, I was a big fan. Fool. Keep doing what you're doing, perro.
Órale, gracias, güey. Much appreciated.
Órale, ya sabes.
What's up? All right, Tony. Appreciate the call, fool. That's a day winner right there. Yeah. Tony's like, I told you this was gonna have some good ass stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, I know this guy, bro.
Yeah, we just
I met him at Prime Sting, but that was the political debate. But it was still good, homie. So how's the
My homie should have been ready, way.
Oh,
The other foot should have been ready. He was not ready. He
was not
showed
ready.
up to the fist with a you know.
But that is
Little butter blade.
90% of liberal guys. They speak with their corazoncito, which I get it, but they ain't speaking with facts. They're not speaking with you know, this is this, and he came with. Yeah, I could have been much meaner, fool. And he still tried to post something on IG. Like, I was like, bro.
Oh, he's still no.
Yeah. He's still trying. He still tried to post.
I mean,
something.
that was the first time I met both of you, and I was like, hey, wait, like, yeah, you're bidding this well.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, wait, I want to,
This was nasty with the debate, G.
But not that. I mean, that was he was there for.
Yeah,
He was
yo.
there to debate. What were you there for? You know?
Yeah,
He was there to get punched out.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it. That was Ham and Prime. I was like, all right, well, let's go.
Hey, just because we're on it, I saw the other day before I was power went out of the crib, dog. So I was doom scrolling Instagram.
Oh, you're one of those. You're one of
fool.
those.
Bro. I saw the one you did where it was like, who's the gangster? It was on like Jubilee or some shit. Man,
Jubilee, bro.
Bro, just because I know you, I was like, they fucked up putting this fool on, dog.
Yeah,
He's about to run this shit.
It was a group of how many, like 6, right?
Yeah.
It was like there was one fake gang member in the whole group. Right, and I came in with. They told me too. Come in with like a dress shirt. I did. I look like a fucking cop, bro.
Yeah. One of the fools said it. They were like, this fool's talking like a cop, dog.
So as soon we're in a room, we're in a room. I mean, the thing was, it was a huge room. So they're like, all right, ready? And I said, what's the thing? Okay, you have to sit here. You can ask them any question you want, and you could pick out who's the fake. Who the fake gangster is.
Yeah.
I said, okay, everybody's there. And then, all right, ready? They cut the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I said, all right, where we from?
And this fool ran point from the rip, dog. From the rip.
Yeah. And all the squares. Oh, this was a cop. He's gives cop vibes.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, homie. Like, hey, where you from? What they call it? Ahorita, güey. ¿De dónde? De Tijuana. ¿De qué parte? This guy. And everybody. So, what's that talking me? Like, I was on him, bro.
And if you knew food, like you got cops, like they know the same language, G. So you might be feeling like it's a cop, but you saying active gang members, G.
Man, I think you're a cop. I said, yeah, I would think so too. Like,
yeah, motherfucker. Where you
or
from,
I'm a motherfucker's been around, knows what's up. Like,
whoa, and they're like, let me see the tattoos, and you're like, nah.
You see, what's funny about your story is that last night we're doing a live and a bunch of like street dudes, like well known dudes, not a bunch, but a few of them. They were on it and they were talking and stuff, and something happened that well, this happened since the day before. Like some friends joined and they had some nicknames on there.
Right.
But eventually they locked off and somebody logged in with the same name and they started speaking as it was them. So me thinking it was them, we thought it was them. But then when there was a lot of people watching because they thought it was someone, I'm always testing people, like you said, but not in a direct way. I'm always just in the conversation. So I told him like, hey, wait, remember back in the day when we went to fight these dudes and blah blah blah, blah? And that fool said, oh yeah, we fucked those, and he said the name, we fucked those, what's up? But in real life, that was his crew.
The wrong name, G.
Yeah. So
Hotline.
So I was like, hey, wait, mamaste. So I called my real homies. I was like, hey, are you on the live? And they're like, no, we're not on the live. But I was like, oh.
What's good, caller? What's good, caller? Talk to us.
Damn.
How's it going, you guys? Just want to say what's up to all you and to el compa Fernando. I'm a fan. I think his channel is probably going to be one of the ones up there, you know?
That's
He's
what's
already
up.
been on the
Gracias.
Danny Jones show. Y se me hace que, con respeto al American Solo, he's going to leave him in the dust, my boy.
Oh, that's all good, brother. Hey, he wins, I win, homie.
Yeah.
He wins,
go,
I
there
win,
you go.
homie.
Yeah,
That's the way we
rising
look at
tide
it.
raises all ships.
Yeah, for sure,
There
brother.
you go.
That's
You
right.
guys have a good one. You want to say that?
You too,
Saludos,
brother.
gordo.
Hey, thank you. Much appreciated. Muchas gracias, güey.
That fool just fucking slapped me.
He brought the paddle, G.
See,
brought it out,
No,
fool.
but I know he was kidding, but at the same time, no. But it's like this. This guy makes it. We all make it, homie. Like,
course.
Exactly, I mean,
I had that homie on my podcast.
Exactly.
And then I could call him back. Hey, Borto, what's up, man? Let me get in there real quick.
Yep.
It's, you know,
And I'll come back whenever. But you give me the platform. Like everybody, like I'm very grateful to everybody that give me like a little help, like a little rock or whatever, like for whatever. You know what I mean?
get what you give, bro.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back with them 100% always. Like.
Love goes far and shit, bro.
Hotline. Yo, 602. Talk to us. They're on the 20-second delay.
Oh, a potato.
A potato or a potato?
Shit, that delay.
A potato or a potato, bro?
We'll find out in 20 seconds. The
Hey.
delay kicks in.
Hey, so did you ever go to college or anything, or you kind of just?
I did. I got well. First, I passed the Casey when I was in 10th grade. You know, they gave you the California High School Exodus back in the day. But I got kicked out in 11th grade and got sent to the learning center. I wasn't fucked with the learning center, and I didn't really. I was always in advanced classes, and then just having to deal with like fucked up ass classes. I was like, what the fuck is this? So it kind of fucked with me, and then. But it was a whole thing. Like I was we're making hours in the borderline to come to school. Like I just started getting tired of everything. You know, like I got to school all fucking sleepy and
It's
shit.
just like work.
Yeah, it just got to a point where I didn't want to do it anymore, and that's when I dropped out. But then when I was on my probation, I got my GD and I did all that. And I even went to so I was in college for a little bit for some audio and rec thing. I was trying to find out like what I fit in the music thing. So you know, I was just trying to get in there.
Figure your shit out on that.
Yeah.
On back to Tijuana. Is there an avenue for young men that maybe aren't doing good in school, like programs, anything? Because it on this side of me looking over there is like, dude, it's got to be tougher for a young guy to make the right decision when you have somebody making even $1,000 a week. When over there, what's the weekly pay for somebody que está y trabajando?
I don't know, 1,800 pesos translates to like $120.
$120.
$100 to $120.
Bien ganados.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the lowest. That's the lowest. Yeah, that's the lowest. I mean, you could have good jobs. There's good jobs out there. I'm just talking about like the lowest.
Let's say if you're not lowest, but if you're working what do they call it? It's the construction guy, but they say that's my
Albañiles.
Los albañiles.
Oh, some of them make good money. Yeah, some of them is not.
If you're a labor albañil, you better coming in. What are you making a week?
It's not as paid as out here, but
no, I know. But what are you making a week?
Fuck man, I have no idea. My one of my best friends is an albañil. Actually, he's building big ass houses, but I never.
But he's the one making. I heard. I know some guys from like Chihuahua. Now I'm sure they're making a little more. Like, dude, back then he's like, you would come back with $70. Right now you're probably come back with like $100 a week. But when I digo bien ganados, it's from sunrise to sunset, bro.
And gas and lunch, fool.
No,
already bled into it.
Yeah, but over there, that's what they're making. So imagine if you got dad at home working, he's making let's make it $200 a week.
But the homie's pulling the rack.
Yeah, but the homie's pulling the rack, homie,
Get out of
$1,000.
here, fool. Come on. And then the songs and everything.
High
you
level,
listen to,
you're still you're still mid level making $1,000. You're not that tweaker in the fucking smokehouse.
Yeah.
How do you compete with that in that type of government, or do you? It's a loss. That's what it's gonna be.
No, I mean the not the good thing, but I mean one of the things that happen nowadays is that there's very low level like cartel activity. So like it's almost like gang activity almost. You know what I mean? where it's not as glamorous anymore and it's not as attractive anymore.
Yeah, now
so
we're
like
dealing with it.
So I mean, the people that get into that life and go kind of that route is because they like the life.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for the money.
Yeah,
You know what I
they're
mean?
doing it for
They're doing it because they like the
Oh shit!
the
So-
action. But the guys that are trying to make money, they're trying to make business. You know, you're trying to really, if you're willing
The
to
big
do,
guys.
if you're willing to go to a job and get $200 a week, you're gonna figure out a way to make.
No,
You don't want to.
You're hungry.
You don't want to action. You don't want to be like there's a lot of these people that just want to be. Oh, I work for so and so.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey man, they just want to say they're part
They
of
want the
thing.
clout.
Yeah,
They want the
exactly.
clout. But
Yeah.
but if you're really trying to make it money, you know, you're gonna do some type of business. You know what I mean? You're gonna
Yeah.
try to connect this or that, or you know.
You're gonna step up
So
the ladder.
so it's a little different. But I mean, at that point, you might as well just start a business. You know, sell hot dogs.
Yeah,
so
100%.
it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's getting less attractive in a way, and
that's a
then
good thing.
social media and everything. You know, you can make money off social media. You know, there's a lot of people that have this like their food stands and they just promo on social media and they do really good. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes they do lives while they're attending them, and
That's
you know
a
they're getting
trip.
some TikTok money too. So
Hey, so like do you think okay? So out here for like a cool ass minute, one thing that I saw about I don't like social media, dog. Like that's a whole nother world I don't fuck with. But one thing I realized, man, is a lot of cats that you be active or whatever. Nowadays, you got cats dry snitching on themselves on the socials. Like literally doing drive-bys on the live and doing all this shit. I don't know how it is over there, but have you guys seen any of that?
It's
Yeah,
fucking
fuck,
work.
fool.
I just fucking Calderon shared a video of some fool in a tunnel. You see that? It was like in a mine or something, but it was a tunnel, and there's a fool riding a quad, and he has this fucking AK on the side, and he's bumping corrido loud as fuck, and he's recording for his fucking social media, and he's just driving under the tunnel.
That's hard as fuck, though, low key. I ain't gonna lie.
Anyway, they do TikToks, way. I don't know if you've seen the TikTok where you got off the car and you dance. They
No.
did that shit with like
No,
the whole
fool.
fucking all suited up and a bunch of fools just fucking dancing and shit like that.
they
way,
hitting the Fortnite and
man,
shit?
they didn't
The
give a
cartel's
fuck,
on the gram
man.
now, bro.
Yeah, cartel.
Hey, you can't even clown that guy. You can't even be like, let's doing the flaws.
and then you get the comments of people like in that cartel TikTok and shit. They always get the people like, oh, I mean, for instance, I'll probably get the comments here myself. They're gonna be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not even from there. He's not even, and I'm always like, bro, if you think that, it's because you're not from
Yeah,
there.
because you're from
'Cause
Nebraska,
you're from
bro.
Nebraska.
Get out of
because
here. Yeah.
if you're from here, like you would ask somebody, hey, was that for real? And they're gonna tell you, like,
Yeah.
I'm
You do your homework.
I'm known. Like I'm like one person away for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And TJ is relative. It's big, but it's
It's small,
The
too.
people that know each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
it's small. You know what I mean?
Hey, so when they do like documentaries and these guys go fly into like Sinaloa and other states and they have some guys over there, they're all strapped up, they got the guns. Those are real guys over there?
They have to be. They have to be. Especially in those places where it's a smaller, like in TJ, they can find you, and in those places
So,
where it's smaller,
what is it?
They know you're there, bro. They got people in
Pero
airports.
les vale verga, güey, porque, I mean, like,
I mean-
if you're the Huda from that town, you're like, oh, ese es el pinche güey, I lo conozco.
Yeah, but what you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying.
What
So
you
they're
gonna do
like,
about it?
Damn, fool.
That's like 10 fools with 50 cows and bazookas and shit. Like,
Now you just
what are you
mad
gonna do
looking
about
at
it?
them
You know what I mean?
next time.
Basically,
That's
like,
really
yeah.
how they live. Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're already like facing life if they get caught. You know what I mean? So like,
they're in, bro. They're in.
there's no,
They're Taliban status. Like, dude, that's almost way. That's almost.
So
Well,
they,
it's cat mouse, no?
they got like
Yeah.
10 corridos telling them what happened. You know what I mean? They got all kinds of shit. I mean, the guy that you're talking about, you talk about the Spanish guy that
Yes, yes.
the guy that he
He's interviewing?
yeah, he was the guy. Way he was the guy.
El mero.
He the military killed him because he used to ambush military way.
Oh,
with his big ass convoys, he would ambush military men. And
Is this the fool that had the voice recording thing of?
No, he just went not too long ago. He went over there while they're there. The choppers are going by. These fools got radios. They're
I think no. What I'm talking about is the guy. They're like in a hotel room, and then the guys start getting like, hey, wait, like they start getting sketchy about. The
I've seen
interview.
that one as well.
That's the one I'm talking about because that guy.
So that shit's real.
No, those.
Because
yeah.
I was thinking like, nah, these fools are just playing for the camera. Like,
No, I think that whole like dry snitching and all that. I think
Yeah.
that's very American because out here the laws work like that. Like
Yeah.
they can use that against you and all that shit. And Mexico is a whole different.
Damn.
Like,
So it goes out. What are you gonna do? Type
yeah,
shit.
and then
Fuck,
like
that's
you pay if you get caught. Like some of these fools, they get caught. Like a bunch of people have gotten arrested. They've gotten arrested many times. They just paid or like when you get caught, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm so and so, but I got $500,000 right here.
Take it, get me out.
Boom, and not you.
Like, let me
you
out
get
right
pulled
here.
over and let me go. You know.
It kind of reminds me of the show Narcos where Pablo Escobar says
That's fake
plomo or
ass show, by the
plata.
way.
No, but plomo or plata.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Plata plomo. Yeah. That's it.
That's
Have
what it
you
is.
seen Narcos Mexico?
Yeah, that shit sucks too.
No.
Oh, he's killing it. Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what he do it for, the whole dramatization and
Yeah,
the whole
of
and
course,
stuff like
of course.
that.
The show.
One of the things that these guys are actually, because it's based in Tijuana, it's the Tijuana.
Yeah,
cartel.
yeah, for sure.
So I'm
Exclusive.
like the guys that are being portrayed there are telling me the stories that I tell in my podcast, and one of the main things, they don't watch that shit.
Okay.
But I mean, like for instance, the lady that they represent there as a big boss from Tijuana, in real life she has nothing to do with it, bro. Like
way.
she's just a lady. She's just she was just sisters to the guys, like. But she doesn't have any charges in the U.S. She's not wanted in
She
Mexico.
was active like that.
She's-
Fool,
she-
I know
she
what your
was-
next job is, G.
She was not
It
active
was
at
just a
all.
made up story.
This fool.
I know, and the story came from because there was some politics. Like they wanted to drag her down with her brothers because all her brothers were
okay.
the Aryan Felix. So they were trying to like get her involved in
Do
a way.
that,
And
yeah.
the media would like if you
pushing her.
Google, you'll be like, yeah, she's wanted. She's a big boss, whatever. But
The media portrayed her as that.
They
yeah,
were trying
but
to loop her.
she has like
Toda la
even-
gente que lo conocían, like, she ain't like that.
yeah,
Come on.
there's a cop that did documentaries and stuff like that worked on their cases. I think his name's like Steve Duncan, and he's like, she has no charges with it. Like we've
way.
never like no snitches have ever told on her. Like
Fool,
you know
what-
what I mean? Like nothing. So and in Narcos, the fact that they portray and they made her this big boss.
But how about the
tells
other
you.
characters?
Well, yeah, but like the same thing. They, it's made it like they
Over-glamorized it.
They never smoke crack, way. You seen that part where they
Yep,
smoke
yep,
crack,
yep.
and man,
Hey, that's dirty. Well, something that
that's
goes down to
dirty,
like
way.
that's like the American me shit
That's
thing.
exactly like the
Okay.
American me way. That's why they don't fuck with narc. That's
Damn.
why they don't watch that shit, and that's why they're trying
really?
to. That's why they're trying to get like. I mean, if I could tell the stories, like for instance, I don't know if you're familiar, maybe you because you're older, but with the Paco Stanley and from Mexico, he was a big TV late night host.
Okay.
But he was big. He was really big in the 90s. And he was really good friends with El Señor de los Cielos. He's their Amado, he's
Yes.
in Narcos too. He was really good friends with him, but apparently they never made business. They were just friends.
shit.
And eventually he went to war with the Tijuana dudes, which are portrayed there. And the Tijuana dudes offed him just because they were his friend, but it created this big
ripple in there.
the way it happened was he got shot outside a restaurant, and his friend that was with him in the show, his best friend, he wouldn't take a shit before they walked out the restaurant. So everybody thought the dude was involved. Like to this day, he has that
Stigma on him.
that red-
The jacket.
and then
Yeah.
and then these dudes that we're talking about, I tell the story in my podcast. It's gonna be big because it's never been told. They made
that's
tons of
exclusive, G.
documentaries. They
Yeah.
made tons of documentaries about this
There
dude
you
and
go.
everything, but they never covered
That right shit, that part, yeah.
the Sicario shit and the cover and the
Yeah.
dudes that did it and how they did it and why they did it and
Well,
how and
bro,
everything.
that's when you're telling these stories, bro. Like, fuck, I'd be trying to advise these cats when they do it because like, y'all be getting bread. That's what you're doing on the pod.
Yeah, and so that's one of the reasons why these guys are like, hey, wait, let's tell this one. Hey, tell this one.
okay.
Because they know like
They want the story, like, hey,
they want the real shit. They don't
yeah.
even. They felt bad for the dude that got the bad rep. They
Yeah,
were
it's
like, hey,
fucked
wait,
up.
that sucked because they were very popular in everybody loved them. It was that guy.
Hey, it's a trip, bro. You're like the corridos of podcasting, then.
Exactly.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, dog. That's
Exactly,
crazy,
exactly. That's a
G.
good term.
But we got
Yeah.
the scoops out of him today,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Nah.
Yeah, Señor
yeah.
Siete. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So
That's
crazy.
Yeah, it's a whole different life. But to me, I always thought like I said, outside looking in, homie. I thought that it was like Narcos, like okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they tell a great story.
I mean, the glamour, the ruthlessness, the betrayals, that stuff happens, but it's not. They Hollywood it. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
is Caro Quintero in jail right now?
Yeah, he got locked up again. Yeah.
So they did catch him.
Yeah, they did
I
catch him
thought I
again.
saw something. I said, damn, they caught him again.
Yeah, they caught him
He,
again.
he was down for like what 30 years or something.
Yeah, he did like 28, I think, and then he got let out in a little loophole. Yeah, he got released in a little loophole while
They
some
tied that
paperwork
shit
was
back
trying.
up.
Yeah. Sorry, oops.
Yeah, and he got left out like at 1 a.m, and bam, he dipped.
How long was he out for?
Damn.
He did 28 years when he got released.
Yeah.
And then he was out for like I don't know. I don't want to fuck it up, man. I want to say like 5 years, maybe.
And they
I don't
got
know.
him
But
again for Kingpin.
people can correct me.
Yeah, they're trying to say he's a kingpin again, bro. Which
Damn.
I hear from some of the compas that work.
Yeah,
I'm more tapped in.
They
than-
like,
yes, I have it.
There's a
Wait,
big
yeah.
market now. I know there's a big market.
Wait till I go into the compas that work about you, bro. I got the sinaloenses, way, and they're always at work like, hey, wait, mira, aquí está mi rancho, and they're showing me all the shit that's going on. Like they lit up this store, they lit like it's like.
And then since I'm not that famous right now, people like I'll get the comments. They're like, that didn't happen like that, and I'll be like, well, I guess you know more than the guy that pulled the trigger.
Oh,
You know what I mean, I guess you know more.
You must have been there,
You
G.
must have been there, G, because this dude's telling me the story, and he said it, and then they never reply. You know, because they go and ask their guy that supposedly knows, and it's like, oh, you know,
My bad.
you know, some shit like that.
You should just
But
delete that.
I always get those comments, and I always reply the same thing. I'm like, okay, maybe you know more than the dude that was there.
That's enough said. fool.
Go make your podcast.
Yeah,
you know
enough
what I mean?
said. fool. Yeah, make your podcast.
Have you had
Yeah.
any interviews yet, or do you plan on having interviews from guys that are in at the Fed doing some hard time and all that stuff?
I just did last week.
Okay.
A few months ago, I had my friend Taliban, which I was telling you about.
Oh, shit.
He did 12 years, and he was in for, I think his charges were attempted on a conspiracy or something like that. He did his whole time. He did like 3 years in Mexico because he was caught out there. He fought the case. He beat everything, and then he got extradited because the charges were the murder charge was out here. He did the 12 years, and now he's doing good. He went legit with a restaurant and stuff like that. He likes the music, the corrido, so he's in there, you know. And so I have a podcast with him where he just tells the story about. He was in one of the worst shootouts, the more legendary ones in TJ.
No way.
So he tells the story, why it happened, how, and like the details, because it was always taboo in TJ. Like in Sinaloa, there's a lot of influencers, a lot of podcasts, and they all talk about everything. You know?
Okay.
But in other, like in TJ, it's still very low key. You know, TJ, like even Guadalajara, some places you don't see a lot of that. Like, so now that mine's popping up.
Have you and what's the name had a conversation? You and Conejo?
Yeah, we got a podcast.
All right.
We got a podcast. Yeah, definitely. And then the reason why Conejo started fucking with me was because he recognized real. He saw my podcast with Little One, and then he like, I guess he went into it, and he just messaged. I didn't know him. Like once he saw the podcast I did with Mr. Little One, he messaged me like, hey, wait, I know what's up. I was out there for a long time.
Conejo, that was probably one of the best interviews we did. There was me and Conejo. He just took it down the story. Yes, güey, te dijo, mira, güey, when I first got there, tú eres un mexicano, güey, and then little by little, he became Mexican again, bro. Like,
and to be real, I'm like he opened doors for me out here in LA, way. Like that's why I'm always gonna be a fucking.
That's the homie right there, dude.
Like with
That's
him
the
and
homie.
Prime, just fucking backing me up, and like I didn't know him, you know. They just fucking they saw me and they're like, hey, wait, you know, whatever you need. He fucking calls me whenever he's releasing shit, movie shit.
Stay
and
away
everything.
from Prime, fool. Stay away from.
But like,
Stay away from Prime, fool. Stay away from Prime, fool. I heard Prime went to a couple Diddy parties, but that's what I heard.
That's what.
That's the boy right there.
Johnson out of this, G.
I mean, but Conejo is the one that really like opened doors for me out here. So always shout out to Conejo Machine. I'm always gonna be down with that.
Mira, compa, I'd like to tell you, thank you so much for coming through, homie. Appreciate you, dude. This was I told boy, homie. This was, we went into the side of the world that we really don't know about, and we had a lot of stereotypes, thinking this is what it was. I thought Narcos was like, okay, that's because I don't, because I don't know, fool, right? But you know what? I'd rather hear the stories from you. Let people know. Where's the camera at, Chris? Over here. Let people know where they can find you as far as, your Instagram, the podcast, the whole shabam. Right there, carnal.
So at El Bordo MX everywhere, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. I'm still putting together some stuff in English. You can see some stuff in English in podcasts I've done, like this one, and Danny Jones is somewhere else, but most of my shit is in Spanish. I got like I said, Cartel Stories. I got the podcast. The guy with the feds I did last week, El Gordo Villarreal. If you know, that one's been popping, so check that one out. And yeah, man, just whatever.
Yes, Travis, wait, I appreciate you. Philosopher, take us out, fool.
Shit, bro. I appreciate the podcast. I appreciate the episode. I ain't gonna lie, dog. You broke my heart with Narcos Mexico not being a good one. I'm still gonna watch it though. But yeah, bro, it was good talking to you, Mo. So I mean, I'll catch y'all another time. G.
Thank you guys. Thanks to chat. Thank you guys for tapping in, and we're out. Oh yeah. Fool. Let me get some music.